Welcome YouTube. So today we're going to play through the 2.4 story. Or rather, I already did because I might have forgot to record an intro for this. But regardless, you're going to see it now. So hope you guys enjoy the video, and without further ado, let's go. Okay.
Phew.
What's up, Pom-Pom?
Just got a message from the Luofu. Looks like it'll conflict with our original schedule.
Oh. Hey.
It's been a while, my friends on the Astral Express. How's your trailblazing expedition going?
I mean, it hasn't been that long for me, honestly. But yeah. Welcome, General.
Soon, the Luofu will be holding the Luminary War Dance. Those who have aided the Luofu in overcoming the crisis are cherished allies of the Xianzhou. Thus, on behalf of the Seat of Divine Foresight, I'm extending an invitation to attend the ceremony. Your presence would be greatly appreciated.
I mean, that sounds interesting. Sure.
Well, things are getting lively. We've barely recovered from the family's Charmony Festival, and we're already being invited to another special event.
I mean, sort of, yeah, but sure.
Why not think about it this way? Our trailblazing expeditions are turning into blast expeditions, where we eat, drink, and play wherever we go.
Blast? Expedition?
Because we're having a blast, or because like.
Wherever we go, we eat,
Yeah, okay,
play,
I
and
see.
have a blast.
So we
Makes
should
sense.
leave March behind to take care of the express?
Hey, that's not what I meant. I'm all for some fun. I just hope there won't be any surprise party crashers, like Friday or Saturday.
I would watch out for Monday. I think Monday would be the worst.
The Luofu has recently overcome a crisis. By holding the war dance, they're demonstrating to everyone that they've returned to a state of peace and safety.
But that's what everyone said before we went to Penacony. You'll be totally safe under the family's protection.
No need to worry. The war dance is not like the Charmony Festival with all its hidden secrets. It's just a festival to honor the Rainbow Arbiter and the Cloud Knights, who fought against the abominations of abundance and protected the Xianzhou ships.
Okay, so surely nothing bad is going to happen there, right?
Aside from star skiff performances, it's mostly martial contests. Nothing too different from the Taiki and Roboball contest we've seen before.
What do you think, Himiko? Since we've accepted Miss Black Swan's proposal, we should probably head to Amphorius for refueling.
There's certainly no rush. This trailblazing expedition is quite unique, and the Express needs to be fully stocked and prepared before moving on to the next stop. With Madame Herta's help, I was planning to deliver some Leviathan fossils from Kalinga Abyss to Ron May, member 81 of the Genius Society. It could earn us some favors before we set off. However, it may take a few weeks.
Aw, so that means
Few
we're not
weeks,
going
huh?
to the Luofu.
Being an adult means maintaining relationships, whether we like it or not, March. Since we've been invited, it's only right for the Astral Express to attend the ceremony. So here's the plan. Pom-Pom will take everyone to the Luofu. Mr. Yang and I will meet up with Ron May and fulfill our promise.
Aw.
Meanwhile, you, March, and Don Hung will represent the Express and attend the war dance.
You're really letting us all have all the fun, huh?
What do you two think?
Yeah, no, I really don't, really. That's...
I don't hear any objections.
Now that everyone's on board with the plan, it's time to warp to the Luofu.
Let me talk to you guys again.
What does she expect to find there? Current research on the Leviathan merely proves how little we know about such life forms.
That's why geniuses are interested in that field. Science is all about uncovering the unknown.
I mean, true. Yep,
Don't miss us too much. If I stumble upon some cool Leviathan fossils, I'll bring a few back as souvenirs for you.
yay! We get souvenirs. I'm sure we'll bring them a souvenir as well. Maybe.
Himeko really knows how to convince people. Between Leviathan fossils and the war dance, the latter definitely sounds more fun. By the way, Danhung, this time you'll be taking a stroll with us on the Luofu, right?
I mean, technically he was there the last time. At least in the end, but...
And just let you two wander around aimlessly on the Luofu by yourselves? I don't think so.
I'm almost afraid to ask where one may wants Leviathan fossils. Yeah. I mean... Yeah, I'm not sure I want to know either. If I had to guess, probably something, swarm, bring back, something.
Plus, Mr. Yang is right. The ambrosial arbor crisis just ended, and both the long life and short life species are still feeling uneasy. And that's why Jing Yuan wants to organize the war dance, to show that the Xianzhou Luofu is stable and safe. And since he has extended an invitation, it's only right that I visit my old friend.
Coming back to this place brings back so many memories, you know?
Sure, I would like to hear a poem.
Hey, I'm not actually gonna recite a poem.
Nah.
I was just thinking about all the
Fortunate.
twists and turns we went through when we first arrived on the Xianzhou. This time, we're not being forced or enticed or chasing after wanted criminals. And we didn't have to sneak in through the cargo dock. This trip has been incredibly smooth. Quite unusual, I must say.
I mean... Yeah, exactly. Like, don't, you know...
I'm just hoping for the best. You're the one jinxing us.
Surely you're not bringing back something... Nah, she'd never do that. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh god. Bad time, my friend, bad time. I mean, to be fair, it worked out. But you haven't yet, like... I was really hoping to not see you today again. Okay. Sure.
Is the Starskip Haven always this crowded? Oh, there are so many people here. I can barely hear anything.
Yanqing said General Jingyuan sent him to welcome us, but where is he?
Let's wait for him in front of the loom. It's the most prominent landmark on the dock.
Hey, you guys! Hold on a moment!
Wait. Oh, okay, yeah, that I was about to say, when are there Pepeshi here?
Did they just call us?
Tourist makes
Look
more
at their
sense.
outfits. They're from Penacony, right?
Are you familiar with the Xianzhou Luofu?
Well, a little bit.
We know a little bit about it. What do you need?
We're from Penacony. Maybe you've heard of it.
Nah.
We came to this ship to gather interesting materials for making dream bubbles.
Oh, we just left there. Oh, talk about coincidence.
That's great. Do you know any must-see attractions on the Luofu?
maybe Dong Hong knows something.
Exactly!
I don't know.
We're Xianzhou experts. Most of the tourists around at the moment are here to attend the war dance. And that's why we're here too.
Yeah, we know about that ceremony. But isn't the fighting ring still closed?
I've heard
Fighting
the
ring.
ring was actually converted from a huge decommissioned Luofu fighter jet.
Okay.
The radiant feldspar is bigger, I guess.
But for now, all we can do is wait until the war dance starts in a few weeks, before we can board it. We've still got work to do, so we can't just sit around waiting for it to start. That's why we're asking you about some must-see attractions.
We're looking for unique experiences that you won't find on Penacony. Our clients love these kinds of dream bubbles the most.
You're the expert here.
What?
Give them some suggestions.
I would argue Dong Hong is the expert, but surely, but sure. I mean, yeah, that one.
That's indeed a good idea. While the dreamscape on Penacony is all artificial,
That one looks good.
Scale Gorge Waterscape is a celebration of nature's resurgence. It has some remarkable scenery.
Awesome! I love being out there in nature. Let's go to Scale Gorge Waterscape first.
I'm a bit worried that nature-themed dream bubbles might be outdated. But hey, let's go check it out anyway.
Wait, what? It's not a dream bubble.
See you
but-
later.
Okay.
Maybe we'll run into each other there in a few days.
Oh, you mean like you're gonna? Oh, I think I get what he's saying.
Look, Yanqing's here.
Yeah, Yang Cheng, welcome.
Let's go catch up with him.
There you are! Everyone, this way! Hey everyone, it's been a while.
It has been a while. Yep.
Well, it doesn't feel like it's been that long since we last saw you. But Yanqing, are you?
Is she gonna ask him if he's gotten taller?
What's up, Miss March?
They say kids grow up really fast. Yanqing, are you a little bit taller than before?
We've only been away for a few months.
Oh yeah. Let's do the grandma thing. Yep. No, let's actually not do that.
Long time no see.
It's been a while.
Oh, you've come along too, Mr. Danhung. Sorry for the delay. With the upcoming war dance and the Starskip Haven being so busy, things are a little hectic.
Seriously, I've never seen the Luofu so lively before.
I mean, you were only here once, but yeah, I mean.
I
so-
was a bit worried that holding the war dance right after the Ambrosial Arbor crisis might be too soon. But seeing the bustling Starskip Haven, I understand why General Jing Yuan chose this timing.
Yep. There's people from other delves and travelers like you three who have come from afar. With the war dance coming up, there's a huge number of visitors pouring into the Starskip Haven. The Cloud Knights are working hard to keep the security tight. The General said this ceremony would help the Xianzhou Luofu recover from the crisis.
Yep,
It's a way
makes
to
sense.
showcase our martial spirit, reassure people, boost morale, and attract visitors from other planets to promote trade and peace. By the way, the Xianzhou Alliance places great importance on this ceremony too. The Xianzhou ships, the Zhuming and the Yaoqing, have both sent messengers to offer their blessings.
Okay.
Yeah,
That
I
one.
wonder if you've heard of it. It's known as the Star Forge, and it's responsible
Ooh,
for
is that
providing
where
more than
Yunli is
half of
from?
the Cloud Knights' armaments.
You see, it's like she does like forging, right?
The Xianzhou Zhuming boasts skilled craftsmasters, and General Huayan is a top-notch craftsman himself.
Okay.
Maybe I could get a sword forged by him. I'd be on cloud 9.
General Huyang.
By the way, Yanqing, where are we headed next?
I'm sorry for talking your ear off. The General wants to catch up with you at the Palace of Astrum. He's been eager to hear about how the Express has been doing.
It's funny how he tries to act all mature, But whenever it comes to something he's interested in, you can really see his childish side.
I mean, yeah, sort of.
I agree.
Okay, wait. What's up with that?
All units, assemble quickly! Get ready to protect the crowd!
You just mentioned security, and now all of a sudden something's gone wrong. Excuse me, I need to go check out the situation.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, what's that supposed to mean?
We'll go with you.
Yeah, we'll be fine. Oh, full on cutscene, huh? Let's see it. Oh, new enemies?
Protect the civilians. I'll deal with him.
There we go.
Not good.
Oh. Hey, Yunli, welcome! Welcome to the story. Oh god, he is dead.
Thanks for the help.
Sorry, no time to chat. Could you give me back my...
I mean, she would be the type of person who would just steal someone's sword. Yup. Anyway, by the way, like, I noticed...
Wait, my
like,
sword!
why are both the destruction counter characters, or at least the 5 stars, I'm not sure about others, why are they, like, is it the thing that they, like, have to be barefoot? Because it's literally the same with Clara. So I don't know what that's about, but I'm noticing a pattern there.
I'm sorry, but I'm afraid we'll have to put our plans on hold for now. I need to find out what's going on.
I think we saw those guys in the trailer for Yunli as well, right? Pretty sure.
While we appreciate your rescue, my Xianzhou friends, don't you think it's a bit too much to detain us and our cargo?
Oh, the IPC is here as well, right? I mean, makes sense.
Sorry, but we've been ordered to detain you and your cargo for inspection until we figure out the source of the attack. Once we're done with the formalities, we'll let you and your cargo go.
Oh, but this shipment isn't even meant for the Luofu, and it's IPC's patented technology. Who do you think you are to conduct an inspection?
According to the protocol, all cargo arriving on the Luofu must go through inspection.
Oh, but we didn't officially enter your dock at all. We just sought refuge in your dock because we were attacked by the Borisons.
I see, okay,
Looks like this
well,
argument could
yeah.
go on forever. Let's not get involved in a heated dispute that won't lead to a resolution.
That's a good idea. I really don't want to argue with the IPC again. Or like have any involvement with them for this story at least.
Who's in charge here? I need some answers.
It's my fault. We let our guard down for a moment. I take full responsibility.
Okay.
With the war dance approaching, safety should be a top priority. Now, tell me, how did Borisin prisoners end up in Starskiff Haven?
I mean, yeah, that's what I want to know too.
Protocol, Borisin prisoners should be held on a Starskiff and taken directly to the shackling prison under strict supervision without ever touching the ground. Who allowed a prisoner transport ship to dock at the passenger terminal?
Please don't blame this, Captain. This incident involves the Zhu Ming's diplomatic vessel.
Ooh, okay.
Who are you?
I'm Lu Jun, an officer of the Patrol Defense Squad. Thank you for your help, Lieutenant Yanqing. The situation unfolded rapidly, and it shouldn't be held against the captain. Here's what happened. An IPC transport ship was attacked by the Borisin just before arriving, and the Zhu Ming's diplomatic vessel came to the rescue. They fought off the Borisin pirates and imprisoned them on their ship.
So, an IPC ship was attacked by the Borison near the Luofu.
Yeah.
And the Juming envoys saved them? Sounds complicated.
It does.
Honestly, it gives me a headache too. The Juming diplomatic ship, adhering to standard procedure, docked at the passenger terminal to hand these criminals over to the Luofu. You know, with all the outsiders flooding onto the Luofu, the Starskiff lanes are under immense pressure. The Borison desperados decided to put up a fight before the prisoner transport Starskiff could get there. And that's what you just witnessed.
We'll make sure these prisoners are sent to the shackling prison as soon as possible.
I see. It's an unusual situation indeed. I'll report it to the security department of the Realm Keeping Commission and ask for their cooperation in handling the aftermath. Maybe I should gather more details from others so that the Seat of Divine Foresight can have a better understanding of the situation.
Oh, you look much maturer now, Yanqing.
Please don't
sure.
tease me, Miss March. The situation on the Xianzhou before the war dance is like a calm lake that can be disturbed by even the smallest pebble.
That's a nice
Capable of
analogy.
generating far-reaching ripples with even the slightest disturbance.
What are those people? I mean, those monsters we just dealt with?
Well, basically they're werewolves. They're kobolds. No, but
Yeah, those werewolf monsters are known as
oh, okay.
They are abominations of abundance, and we've been fighting them for a very long time.
So there are also abundance things, I see.
The Borison have been a powerful force for a long time, plundering and enslaving many worlds. The threat they pose is just as terrible as the Swarm disaster, and the Alliance even had a fierce war with them 3 decades ago. Their presence has faded over the years, but who would have thought?
According to that officer, they attacked an IPC ship near the Xianzhou Luofu. Such a brazen attack seems quite unusual to me.
I mean...
Yeah, that's what I find strange too. It seems like the IPC and the Borison have some serious grudges. Well, enough with the chit-chat. The General wants me to take you to the Palace of Astrum.
I feel like everyone has a grudge against the IPC, but like a lot of factions or whatever are not actually going to act on that. Because it's probably not a good idea to piss them off.
I'd love to chit-chat a little longer, but there are some things that can't be left unchecked.
Is it a serious matter? Maybe you'll need our help in hunting down the Borison?
Thank you, but it's no big deal. By the way, that young lady who just appeared, she took my sword. I'm thinking of filing a lost property report at the Realm Keeping Commission to see if I can get it back.
Don't you have like 10 others though?
I doubt she did it on purpose. Perhaps she's around here somewhere. Shouldn't we take a look?
All right, let's not keep the General waiting.
Don't worry. There aren't many people out there with that kind of talent. It shouldn't be too hard.
I mean, that's true. Oh.
There sure are a lot of troublemakers around.
Okay, I already don't trust you. I mean, I feel like that's pretty obvious, but...
It's been a long journey, Elder Hwaiyan. Thank you for your presence.
Is that the swordsmith guy? Ryan?
General, I brought our guests from the Express. Oh, I'm sorry for my bad timing. I didn't know you were meeting a guest, General.
Oh, is he gonna sword? Is he gonna forge a sword for him now that he's lost one?
Don't worry, you're just in time.
Also,
It's been a
hello,
while, my
General.
friends from the Astral Express.
Yeah, Well, true. I did do that. Yep.
Oh. Well, it's an honor to be in your dreams, my friend.
Yeah, it wasn't a pleasant dream, unfortunately. You know, it's also like it wasn't really our dream, but you know, technically.
Allow me to introduce you to General Huayan. He's
Huayan,
the Arbiter
okay.
General of the Xianzhou Zhuming, known as the Flaming Heart.
No need to be so formal. I'm just a tourist here, no different from other tourists who've come to attend the ceremony.
Elder Huayan is not only one of the Arbiter Generals, but also the Furnace Master of the Artisanship Commission. Besides his martial skills, he excels in forging various weapons. Such talents are unique, even among the Arbiter Generals.
Be
I
it
see.
Arbiter General or Furnace Master, these are merely titles given to me long ago. I've retired several times already, but with the current change in circumstances,
They just
the
brought him
Marshals
back.
called me back to
Yep.
duty, and I had no choice but to answer the call. Well, in the end, I'm to blame. Living such a long life naturally brings its share of disapproval.
Wait, I'm assuming he's long life species. So like, how old is he actually? He must be
Honor
like.
to meet you, General Huayan.
Oh, they did that in sync, huh?
It's my honor to meet you, General Huayan.
Glad to meet you, General.
No need to be all formal. Today I'm just a guest on the Luofu, same as all of you. So, these three are the ones you mentioned, Jingyuin? The heroes who helped you with the Ambrosial Arbor crisis?
Yup, that would be us. Hey, there she is.
There's Don Hung, March 7th, and
Come on over.
Without their help, I'm afraid the Luofu might not have easily overcome this crisis.
So, the Imbibitor Lune's reincarnation
Imbibitor?
has returned to the Luofu and will attend the war dance.
Wait, is that?
I'd love to have a drink with you should the chance present itself.
You're more than welcome, General Huayan.
And this young friend is?
That's Yang Cheng. Nobody likes him.
Yanqing, my apprentice.
At least not for
He
pose.
remains by my side as my retainer due to his youth, which I hope will season him with experience. He will stand for the Luofu's Cloud Knights in the upcoming war.
Hey,
ready to take on all
Yunli.
kinds of challenges.
I'm assuming she's his apprentice.
Great, great! It's a real treat to see so many talented young people around here today.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I almost forgot. This is my apprentice, Yunli.
Yay! Welcome, Yunli.
It's you!
Yep.
Oh, it's you. Hello.
Oh, you two already know each other? Guess we don't need any introductions then.
Yeah, but the key kind of needs a sword bag,
What
I
a
believe.
coincidence! I was afraid I'd have trouble finding this girl.
He sounds a little bit pissed, huh?
Now you've piqued my curiosity. Tell me, how did you two become acquainted?
Well, she stole his sword.
She helped me capture the escaped
Yeah.
Borison prisoners at the Starskiff Haven.
That too.
Allow me to express my gratitude for you. But when you left, you took my flying sword with you.
Your flying sword? Oh, so that's why I found a dagger in my bag.
Dagger.
Turns out it's yours.
I mean, I guess he does use bigger swords, so.
Yes, it is. Now that we've met again, I hope...
Nope, that won't do.
Okay.
Won't do?
You want your sword back, right? Well, you can't just take it back. On the Zhuming, when you lose your sword on the
Ooh.
battlefield, you have to reclaim it on the battlefield.
I like her.
As for this little sword, it was supposed to strike that escaped Borison prisoner. But unfortunately, its owner's agitated state caused it to fly off like a kite with a broken string, and it missed its target. By the way, if I hadn't caught it and helped it hit its mark, that Borison prisoner would have gotten away.
Hold on a sec, Yunli. You took my sword without even asking, and now you're refusing to give it back?
Yeah, that sounds about right. I mean, she's gonna give it back. You just have to, I don't know, win a fight against her or something.
So much for Luofu's swordmasters.
What did you just say?
Ooh.
If you just stepped up and took your sword back from me fair and square, I would have totally respected you. But nope, you tried to play it down, expecting me to just hand it back to you like it's nothing. In front of everyone. With all due respect, you don't honor your sword. So you don't deserve it.
Hasn't anyone told you that taking without asking is stealing? If you want to settle this with swords, fine. Let's have a one-on-one duel right now.
Oh, I want to see that.
Yanqing.
Well, that's more like it. Just be careful. Because I'm not as easy to handle as the Borison.
You two, be quiet and apologize to Yanqing.
Hey! Whose side are you on, Grandpa?
Wait, is he actually her grandpa, or is she just calling him that?
I don't take sides.
It's a small misunderstanding, and an apology would be too much. I've heard about the Zhu Ming's incredible swordplay and craftsmanship. Most notably, the legendary Flame Wheel Octet. Seeing Miss Yunli, who is among those ranks today, well, I must say, she definitely has that fiery edge.
Mm-hmm.
Such
She does.
grandiose names. Some folks love to spin these fancy titles, trying to set the Cloud Knights apart. Yunli is still just a young girl, a bit awkward and hot-tempered. So please forgive her if she's being rude.
Well, everyone, Elder Huayan and I have some business to discuss. For now, Yanqing, why don't you entertain our guests and take Miss Yunli to the inn? I'll find another chance to talk with you all. I'd like to express my gratitude to the Astral Express for helping the Luofu during the crisis.
That's so kind of you. I mean, you've already thanked us so many times.
I mean, true.
Please forgive me for coming at an inconvenient time.
You needn't apologize, General Huayan.
All right, Yunli. Take this opportunity to clear things up with Yanqing.
Yeah. It's better to make friends than enemies. But I won't be heading to the inn just yet.
Ooh, we're gonna see
I want to visit
Lingsha.
Lingsha. She just arrived in the Luofu and could use some help settling
I want to
in.
see her too. Awesome. We're gonna see all of them in this story, or we're gonna. I mean, probably we're gonna have to wait for 2.5 for some of the other ones. But
Yanqing, once you've helped our guests get settled, go to the Artisanship Commission for me. I've heard about the attack and the detainment of the IPC ship. Qingzu sent word that the IPC members are protesting and wish to have their cargo back. See if you can calm them down. Don't get aggressive. Just make it clear that the Xianzhou Luofu has no intention of violating their rights.
I'm on it.
I don't want to talk to you again.
It's totally worth it. Compared to the Zhu-Ming, the Luofu is so much livelier. But it's a shame the Luofu swordmasters don't seem that great. Glad to meet you too. Are you here to participate in the war dance?
If I can,
To
yeah.
honor martial arts, the Cloud Knight's ring is always open to outsiders. If you can defeat the ringmaster selected by the Xianzhou, you'll not only win rewards and prizes, but also be making a name for yourself. Sounds tempting, doesn't it?
Yeah, what's up with that?
That's how outsiders refer to my peers in the Zhu-Ming Cloud Knights and the Artisanship Commission. We all train under Grandpa's guidance, learning the art of craftsmanship and swordplay.
I see.
That's how we got that title, I guess. Just don't mention it in front of Grandpa. He always says that empty titles bring pointless challenges and conflicts. We Zhu-Ming sword masters pride ourselves on the success of the group over the individual. I have some things to do. Besides, little Yanqing doesn't seem too happy about me tagging along.
I love her.
Yeah, you're right. I took it with
exactly.
my skills. So I guess you can say I'm a robber or something. How dare he imply I'm a thief? Totally different.
Okay, I'm not sure if I agree with that whole thing, but...
Besides, the sword seems scared of its own master. I'd like to ask him, you claim to cherish your sword as your life, yet you don't even recognize the state it's in right now? I didn't intend to keep his sword. I was planning to take this chance to return it to him. But now, I've changed my mind. I'll give that poor flying sword some proper maintenance. I won't consider returning the sword unless he learns how to say please, hello, thank you, and sorry, so he can forget about it for now.
Okay.
This is the
Let's
report
go.
Jinzu just sent me. Let me take a look. Huh. Looks like the general has given me a tough challenge. He wants me to try and help put the IPC's mind at ease.
we knew that.
Well, it's not exactly a test. As Cloud Knight officers, we not only learn the art of war and martial arts, but also occasionally have to handle diplomatic disputes. It's just, you know, talking things out isn't as straightforward as duking it out with weapons on the battlefield. This is especially true when you're up against the IPC, with their non-stop corporate babble.
Oh yeah. Very true.
Let's not worry about that for now. Shall I take you to...
Yep, let's go.
It is the Luofu's honor to have you in attendance at the war dance. Yet, the fact that a simple martial arts ceremony has attracted esteemed generals from the Zhu Ming and the Yao Qing implies intentions beyond mere spectating.
You want to check out if
Might
like
there be any specific instructions from the marshal?
how it's going on here?
You're overthinking it, Jinyuan. As I said, I'm here to broaden my granddaughter's horizons. I have no ulterior motives. However, I have no clue what the Yaoqing Arbiter General has in mind. Do you remember when you accepted this position? I told you that an Arbiter General's battlefield goes beyond the physical one. You'll need to lead and manage everything on the Xianzhou. The title of Arbiter General holds a weight far greater than its literal meaning. So many years have passed, and you've done well. However, longevity for the Xianzhou people can be a curse. Living too long means that every mistake you made will lurk in the shadows. And one day, they'll eventually catch up to you. The Marshal knows everything that has happened on the Luofu. As for the Merlin's Claw of the Yaoqing, she has come specifically for you.
Ooh, okay.
Speaking of which, why hasn't she arrived yet? They say the Merlin's Claw strikes like lightning. Being late isn't her style.
Merlin's Claw is also a pretty badass title, I want to add.
That's not true, General Huayan. She's been here a while, but I'm sure you've heard of her unbridled nature.
Oh, wait, I forgot. Feixiao?
As soon as she disembarked from the star skiff, she mentioned having something to attend to and simply disappeared.
Okay, welcome. Welcome.
You must be
something
the
in
messengers
H.
from the Xianzhou Yaoqing, I assume.
We are Jiaoqiu and Moza,
Moza,
retainers of the
yep.
Merlin's Claw. It's an honor to meet you in person,
Jiaoqiu.
Arbiter Generals.
Jiaoqiu?
Now this
Yeah.
is interesting. A guest who doesn't come to visit but sends a message instead. What does she mean? Tell me, what could be more important to her than coming here?
That is a good
Master
question.
heard about a spectacular view in Scale Gorge Waterscape. I believe she went there to enjoy it.
A spectacular view? Ha! Did you hear that, Jingyuan? This person is being sarcastic.
I'm pretty sure she just wants to check out the battlefield over there, huh?
Please do not misunderstand me, General Huaiyan. I was simply stating the truth. Master thought it would be inappropriate to keep you waiting, so she sent us here. Once she's finished with admiring the scenery, she'll personally come and apologize to the both of you.
Drat, I forgot to ask Yunli to return my sword.
I mean, you did ask. It didn't went very well, so.
Unacceptable. Every sword is precious to me. If it weren't for the General's interference, I would have taught that shameless girl a lesson in swordplay. By the way, I don't know if it's just me, but the General seemed a little reserved. Could it be because of Elder Huaiyan's visit?
I mean, probably.
Really?
Maybe I'm just overthinking things.
No, you're not. When I entered the Palace of Astrum, I realized that the messenger from the Xianzhou Zhu Ming was actually the Arbiter General himself. So, the messenger from the Xianzhou Yao Qing must be the Merlin's Claw herself, I presume.
That's right.
Well, that's what makes this entire thing so unusual.
What's so unusual about it? They simply received an invitation from Jingyuan, just like the crew, right?
The war dance is just a small festival. And now we have 2 Arbiter Generals from other Xianzhou ships here. I'm afraid they're here for something more.
I mean, yeah, could be.
Maybe they've come to hold Jingyuan accountable for the Ambrosial Arbor crisis?
Yeah, that's sort of what I'm thinking. They're here to, like, maybe see if he's, like, still fit to be a general, you know?
Hold him accountable? Come on, didn't the Luofu fall victim to the disciples of Sanctus Medicus and the Antimatter Legion? Why would they blame the victim?
Don Shu's rebellion and Ventilia's scheming are merely one side of the story to the other Arbiter Generals of the Alliance. Only a single piece of incontrovertible evidence remains, creating an endless source of potential complications.
The Ambrosial Arbor.
Yes. It's undeniable that the plague mark, which was subdued by the Xianzhou Luofu, has resurfaced. But was it really a conspiracy instigated by the Antimatter Legion? Or does it indicate a traitorous intent from within the Luofu, implicating Jingyuan himself?
Ooh, okay.
Once the spark of suspicion is kindled, it proves hard to extinguish.
I mean, I think I already have, like, a decent guess on who's the, like, traitor. Like, that one guard guy, I forgot his name, but he looked kind of sus.
The General must have had that in mind when he invited us to attend the war dance.
What was I thinking? Seriously, here I was looking forward to a carefree and enjoyable trip. But it seems wherever we go, drama is just around the corner.
Yeah, it really seems like it.
Aw, I was so
Eventually
excited.
we'll have.
I thought those Arbiter Generals were just
Free.
here to see the ceremony.
Like a free, like a, just like a vacation trip, you know? That would be great.
By the way, I heard that an alchemist from the Zhuming diplomatic ship has arrived, and rumors say that she's to be the new cauldron master of the Alchemy Commission on the Luofu.
That Lingshaw?
An alchemist from the Zhu Ming serving as the cauldron master on the Luofu? While it's not unheard of, the timing itself...
Thanks to your words, Mr. Dan Heng. Now I finally see the underlying tensions. The General is under tremendous pressure right now, but I was completely oblivious to his troubles. How naive of me.
Come on, don't think like that. Leave the adult matters to the adults. Even if you wanted to do something for the General, it's not like you can do anything.
That's one way to be like very blunt about it, I guess. I mean, I get what she's saying, but damn, she could have worded that nicer.
Did I say something wrong? Again?
Miss March is right. I don't have the skills to share the General's burdens at the moment. Still, I'll do my best to follow his instructions. Let's go. Once I've taken you to your accommodations, I need to go to the Artisanship Commission to handle the IPC's protest.
He looks like he has a lot on his mind. We can't just let him go alone. Why don't we accompany you to the Artisanship Commission?
This is too much trouble. While I appreciate your kindness, dealing with the IPC's workers could be tricky. I'm afraid this will cause trouble for the Express.
We can just like name drop Aventurine, Topaz, and Jade, and they'll probably back off.
No worries. We're pretty experienced in dealing with the IPC. You've heard
Yep,
of the 10
exactly.
Stone Hearts? We've dealt with quite a few of them, right? Yeah, exactly. Are you being sarcastic?
Nah, I would never do that.
Well, since you're willing to help, I won't decline your kindness. Let's head to the Artisanship Commission and meet them.
Okay, let's go. Okay, we're totally. Okay, never mind. Wrong way.
I get it now. In your words, this is called looting a burning house, right?
Okay, there's a fight going on right there. Okay, so the IPC has one more guard, so I'm betting on them, I guess.
Ugh, that toxic voice sounds familiar. Haven't I heard it before in Arum Alley?
You know what? This isn't my first time dealing with the
I'm not sure if I
can
have heard it
handle
before.
your unreasonable ways, but straight up snatching IPC cargo, isn't that going a bit too far?
Just as I've said it many times already. Once we've inspected the cargo and completed the security check, you can be on your way. Is there something wrong with your ears, or is it just your brain?
I'm hearing you loud and clear. I'm thinking clear. And my answer is crystal clear. Not a chance. Keep detaining my cargo and I'll file a complaint directly with your general.
Exactly. What,
Don't think you
you
can
know?
possibly convince me. Huh? Why are you here? You're staying on the Cienjo, are you? What terrible luck. Wherever you go, disasters aren't far behind.
Yeah, I mean, he's kind of got a point there.
Aren't you the guest from the Astral Express? What brings you and Yanqing to the Artisanship Commission?
Trouble caused by the IPC? I'd say it's caused by the Skyfaring Commission.
Looks like you've met this IPC worker before. I'm not sure if that's a good or a bad thing.
Yeah, me neither.
I was sent
Honestly.
here to deal with the IPC protests, Miss Shikue. What's going on here?
As you know, this IPC transport ship was attacked by the Borisin and rescued by the Juming's diplomatic ship. Then the Cloud Knights were instructed to bring it back to the dock for repairs and inspections. And this is Mr. Scott, the person in charge of this transport ship.
So, you're Scott. I've heard him mention you. Weren't you kicked off the Luofu before? Why did you come back?
I'm not sure if I remember him, to be honest.
Like I wanted to come back. I thought I'd just dock at the harbor for repairs and leave this forsaken place for good. Little did I know, as soon as the ship entered the harbor, a bunch of Cloud Knights showed up and snatched all our cargo from the hold.
What do you mean by snatched? I've told you 1,000,000 times. It's a security check.
Then why did you bring the cargo to the Artisanship Commission? You even brought in some shady craftsmen. It's obvious you're trying to steal the IPC.
Listen here. Firstly, The Skyfaring Commission detected dangerous items that could possibly be weapons in your cargo hold.
Yep,
That's
great.
why they called me here, to double check. Secondly, where the heck did you get the idea that I'm a shady craftsman?
Even if there are dangerous items, what do they have to do with you? It's not even being shipped to the Luofu. We'll just fix the ship and be on our way. We won't unload our cargo here.
But you'll have to stay in the port for several days
Ooh.
before your ship is repaired and you can take off again. How can we just leave unchecked items sitting here?
Well, he's not going to like
I
that.
understand, but we don't need to disassemble the cargo if it's just a security check, right?
In most cases, we don't. However, our scans discovered that the cargo doesn't only contain machinery, but also some substance that resembles biological tissue.
Ooh, okay.
Biological tissue? Does this crate contain living things?
I'm afraid we'll need to wait for the Alchemy Commission for further confirmation. In any case, according to our regulations, we need to unseal one of the crates for further examination. But this IPC specialist has been hindering us on the grounds of patent secrecy.
The Alliance's regulations on biological products are very strict. Without further inspection, there is no way for the Skyfaring Commission to release the cargo.
Oh, really? Fine. If anyone lays a finger on that shipment, they'll have me to deal with. It doesn't matter if it's mechanical or biological. It's none of your business. I'm filing a complaint against the Skyfaring Commission's ridiculous regulation.
This Mr. Scott seems stubborn and difficult to persuade. Honestly,
Yep.
I really don't want
Sounds
a
about
vicious
right.
confrontation with the IPC. I heard how you helped Aramali. The IPC representative back then was Mr. Scott, right? Since you've dealt with him before, it looks like I'll have to rely on you again.
What are you guys whispering about over there? Just hurry up and give us back our cargo.
Okay. Are we actually going to do like a full-on debate, or?
As I recall, this guy won't listen to reason and can only be persuaded with intimidation. But he does seem to follow rules to some extent. Let's use that against him.
Okay.
Speaking of regulations, we have our own laws and regulations too. According to Article 4 of the Xianzhou Alliance IPC Trade Consensus, the Alliance and IPC shall never infringe on each other's intellectual property rights.
Okay.
Back in Arum Alley, you were dealing with civilian merchants, where you could use the IPC's name to scare them. But this time, the Cloud Knight Lieutenant standing before you represents the will of Luofu's general, and won't be intimidated by your words.
Of course, I'm sure we both want a peaceful resolution.
Yeah, that's true. Of course, I want things to be resolved peacefully, but aren't we getting stuck in rigid formalities here? Even if we set aside the secrecy of intellectual property, these prototypes built by the Intelligentsia Guild are incredibly valuable, beyond your wildest imagination. If anything goes wrong, you won't be able to pay for it even with your lives.
I see.
Huh? Your logic is too confusing for anyone to follow. Maybe you should learn the art of communication from a monkey before you continue starting nonsense. I've taken Herta's curios and even destroyed Ramei's experimental subjects, but have I ever paid a penny for them? And now you think you can just come and ask me for compensation.
True though.
Listen up, brat. Don't think that your fancy connection to the Genius Society scares me. The IPC and those geniuses are working together. We're not taking orders from them. Besides, the cargo on this transport vessel belongs to the Intelligentsia Guild. If you want to inspect the cargo, shouldn't you at least call in a member of the Intelligentsia Guild to be present?
I guess we can Can't do that.
Huh? Could you repeat that? Oh, I've got a brilliant idea. I'll just smash everything with my bat, and then you can hire
I'm
someone
not sure
to
if that's
assist me.
gonna fly, but
That way, your cargo won't need any inspection, right?
Calm down. The General wants us to handle this peacefully.
So, this is the great idea you came up with? Fine. Why don't you just step over my lifeless body? Besides, the cargo on this transport vessel belongs to the Intelligentsia Guild. If you want...
You're pulling out all the stops, and you've even dragged members of the Intelligentsia Guild into
I
this.
love that they voiced this, by the way, for him.
Resolving this at all. Since we've met each other before, Mr. Scott, let me share some information. Your transport ship was attacked by the Borisin, and the Cloud Knights might see it as more than just a random attack.
You think you can scare me with that? What exactly do you mean?
Sure, you might purely be innocent victims of a Borisin attack. But think about it another way. Why would the Borisin launch such an attack near the Luofu? Perhaps some of your crew members colluded with them. We may need to interrogate every one of your crew to eliminate this potential risk.
You know what? I don't think we really need a member from the Intelligentsia Guild present. I'm just hoping that all the procedures will be thoroughly followed, you know?
Sure, we can do that.
To follow the regulations, because that's how the IPC and the Xianzhou operate, right? As an IPC worker, I have to abide by its regulations. If I make an exception and allow you to inspect the cargo, it'll spell disaster for me.
I understand that you're trying to stick to the IPC regulations, and that's commendable, Mr. Scott. But what you fail to see is that this argument is tarnishing the IPC's reputation on the Xianzhou. If this conflict with the Skyfaring Commission escalates, they won't just make things difficult for your business, but it'll also have an impact on your career down the line.
So, did we just turn into like a debate me, bro? I feel like we did. But, I mean, I guess this is fun if we like only do it once in a while.
Of course, I never wanted conflict with the Xianzhou.
Nah, you.
Like I said, all I wanted was to retrieve the cargo and be done with it. But they just refused to let us go. Well, you guys sure know how to argue your case.
Yep.
Fine. I'll allow you to do the security inspection. It's just that I need some time to sort things out. This is a big deal. Let me talk to headquarters first.
So, Mr. Scott, are you just stalling for time and planning to leave the Xianzhou as soon as your ship is repaired? To avoid the Skyfaring Commission's inspection?
Well, IPC staff are free to come and go, as long as they don't break any laws.
Who's that?
Yeah, you've got some insight there. Who are you again?
Okay. Oh, well, who is this?
Allow me to introduce myself.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
Cauldron Master and head of the Alchemy Commission on the Luofu.
Oh, she's so pretty. I love her little... Oh, I don't even want to call it... What do you call this? Like, not cape, but like... She looks very pretty.
Could she be? Yeah, she's the new Cauldron Master assigned here from the
Mm-hmm.
Xianzhou Zhuming.
I received a report from the Artisanship Commission about cargo containing samples of unknown organisms. It said they needed help from the Alchemy Commission. I had nothing better to do, so I came myself.
Oh.
It's fine, Mr. Scott. If you really don't want your cargo to be inspected, it doesn't matter.
Okay,
It doesn't matter? How can you say that?
Why are you being so nice all of a sudden? Well, since you're not going to check it, I'll take this crate and be on my way. Is that okay with everyone?
So where did your third IPC dude go? Like, I'm pretty sure there were 3 of them at one point.
Yeah, sure. Why should I object? Not only this sample, but all the goods on the transport ship are yours to keep. Like I said, we won't inspect them.
Wait a minute!
Well, that's more like it. If only the young displayed a more reasonable attitude, we could have sidestepped that altercation just now. Our ship will leave in a few days once the engines are repaired.
Your ship can leave whenever you want, but I'm afraid I can't say the same for your cargo.
Oh?
According to the import and export regulations signed between the Xianzhou and IPC, all biological shipments can only leave the port when they have confirmed to be of no threat, or when all biological activity expires.
Got him now.
To determine if your shipment is safe for the environment, I guess we'll have to wait for its biological activity to expire. Let me check the previous cases. Normally, it'll only take around 47 star calendar years.
Yeah, that sounds... Sure. That sounds reasonable.
Only 47 years?
Be long life species and all, you know?
Why so surprised? You're still young and full of energy. I'm pretty sure you'll live a few more decades. Have some confidence in yourself.
Ha! Typical of a long-life species. Your words are dripping with sarcasm. While you may not care about time, I do. I'll be demanding double compensation from the Skyfaring Commission for every minute wasted.
Sure thing, Mr. Scott. You seem pretty confident that your career and life will last long enough to witness
That
this
could be a threat of,
victory
like...
unfold.
Step aside, guys. Let them do the inspection.
But, Mr. Scott...
Come on, we're already in enough trouble. Just let them do the security inspection. And if needed, I can always grovel before the Intelligentsia Guild later. I'm just using my head for what it's apparently good for, right? Well, honestly, at least you're not as annoying as that woman. Just get on with the inspection. Don't act all chummy with me now that you've got your way.
This lady is really something else.
Yeah, she's pretty good.
Is this the IPC product?
Listen up. Any damages caused by inspections will be filed with the IPC.
I'm pretty sure that wasn't supposed to happen. That is like a big werewolf robot. Oh, we're actually going to... Yeah, I mean, makes sense. Okay.
Were you seriously planning to leave this stuff unchecked at the dock for days? That's way too dangerous.
I had no idea about it. You must have accidentally triggered the cargo's defense program.
I don't think trying to shift the blame is a wise choice.
But seriously, I don't know.
Oh god, he sounds so desperate.
I swear on the Amber Lord.
Enough. Miss Shikwe, please escort our IPC guest to the Skyfaring Commission.
I'm on it. Please follow me, Mr. Scott.
Gentlemen, our preliminary inspection shows that there is indeed hidden biological tissues inside. Just like the craftsman, I can't even tell if it's ingenium or biological in nature.
Didn't mean to skip that. They probably merged it or something, right?
This device is what they call wetware in industry slang. To put it simply, this machine operates with a kind of biological nerve as its control center.
Okay.
I'll take some samples for the alchemist to analyze and figure out where the biological tissue comes from.
Why would the Intelligentsia Guild use such unethical technology? Perhaps they're trying to create a new weapon?
I mean, Ron May is certainly trying to do something that would be considered unethical. Not really sure about the rest of them.
Whatever the reason is, it's probably why the Borison attacked the ship.
Yeah, I mean...
No wonder the
makes
IPC
sense.
were trying to obstruct our inspection. I'll contact the 10 Lords Commission and ask the judges to come and give their final verdict on this. According to our rules, all prisoners and weapons involving dangerous creatures must be taken to the shackling prison for further sentencing. After all, it's the safest place on the Luofu. As for you, Mr. Craftsman, please go with the Cloud Knights and explain the situation to the judge.
I see. So is Linksha still here,
I had
or
a feeling that the
she
IPC
is?
members would cause trouble, but I didn't think they'd be this tricky. Thanks for your help, Miss Linksha.
Yeah,
I
she.
should thank you for saving my life. Your sword skills were impressive. Taking down that big guy. I thought the General's retainers were all burly martial masters. I didn't expect Yanqing to be so...
Yes. Miniature.
Yeah, exactly. He's young and talented. As for you, you must be the guests from the Astral Express, right? Saving the Luofu from that crisis. It's so impressive.
It wasn't a big deal. Really.
It's still early. So why don't we get some tea at the Alchemy Commission? We can discuss your suggestions for revitalizing the commission.
I'd be happy to accept your invitation.
And you three are coming too, right?
Sure. Why not?
All these years, and the view at the Alchemy Commission hasn't changed a bit. The tides come and go, but the ancient sea remains the same. For us Vidyadhara, there's nothing more nostalgic than our homeland.
You're a Luofu native, Miss Linksha?
Yes, I grew up here, listening to the sound of waves while researching prescriptions with my mentors and peers at the Alchemy Commission. It's kind of sad, isn't it? Everything changes, but somehow remains familiar. Just like you, Don Hung, I traveled far from home, and now I've returned. Seeing the familiar scenery brings back a hint of
So
nostalgia.
she knows about him, huh? I mean, I think everyone knows at this point.
The view here would be even better without the ambrosial arbor.
Oh, really? I think that towering tree looks pretty impressive.
I mean, impressive for sure. I'm just not sure if you want it here.
Even if it's impressive, it's a plague.
Yeah.
The Xianzhou have been fighting abominations for thousands of years. And now that the ambrosial arbor has been reborn, it's only natural for everyone to feel uneasy.
Well, once a seed is planted, no matter how long it takes, it'll eventually sprout and bear fruit, in my humble opinion. The rebirth of the ambrosial arbor and the resurgence of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus were inevitable. The seed was already planted when the ancestors of the Xianzhou sought immortality. My bad. Well, since you went through the entire ambrosial arbor crisis firsthand, Dan Hung and Lieutenant Yanqing, I'd like to discuss something with you.
Okay, yeah,
What would you
let's
like
hear
to
it.
discuss, Miss Linksha?
I was lucky enough to be chosen by the Alliance to come in and clean up all the old grime in the Alchemy Commission.
Okay.
Honestly, the Alchemy Commission is riddled with problems and has reached a point where fixing it seems impossible. I'm looking to remedy this problem,
I mean,
but was wondering if you could provide any insights.
their last leader was a traitor, so that is bound to have some side effects.
Well, even though I'm a Vidyadharan like you, I'm an outsider, just like my companions here. I can't really say much about a remedy, but I do have a piece of advice, Miss Linksha. The Vidyadhara and the Alchemy Commission on the Luofu have always been intricately connected. If you cannot distance yourself from these ties, Miss Linksha, changing the situation within the Alchemy Commission may be quite challenging.
Yeah, true.
I may not know about politics, but I do know that the disciples of Sanctus Medicus have been
Wait.
operating within the Alchemy Commission for years. If you're determined to root them out, maybe you should discuss it with the General.
I might need to listen back to that, but I swear he didn't say the word not. I may know much about politics, or well, he didn't say much either, I think. He just said, I may know about politics, but I do know. Yeah, I'll need to listen back to that.
I see. Thank you for your valuable insights. While the Lux Arrow from the Rainbow possesses unparalleled power to sever the ambrosial arbor, it can't sever mortals' desire to prolong their existence. Just
Yeah,
like how the
true.
Cloud Knights can eliminate the remnants of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus, but are unable to calm the hearts and minds of the people within the Alchemy Commission. Our Xianzhou forebears knew this well, and that's why they entrusted the duty of guarding the roots of the arbor to the Vidyadhara. However, the Vidyadhara are still only mortal beings. Years ago, my mentor served as Alchemy Commission's Cauldron Master. She recognized the emerging undercurrents and sought to cleanse the source of the disturbance. Unfortunately, even though she was skilled in the art of healing, she didn't understand the human heart or how to eliminate the sickness lurking within the depths of the Alchemy Commission. In the end, she was framed and exiled to the Juming. I was also implicated and had to leave the Luofu.
Wait, that's kind of sad.
And guess who arbitrated the case and handed down the sentence? None other than General Jing Yuan himself.
Okay, so there is a little bit of history there.
What?
You heard it right. The ones responsible for the corruption in the Alchemy Commission are not just the remnants of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus, but even the Divine Foresight himself.
Well, we need to ask him about that, I believe.
Alas, why is your face turning pale, Yanqing? Don't worry about it. I understand that when someone holds a position of power, they may sometimes have to make tough decisions. I won't hold any personal grudges against him. Besides, at our age, holding personal grudges is a luxury we can't afford.
Yeah. Probably not.
Lingsha, you're back!
Hey, Yunli.
I've been waiting ages for you.
Yunli, why aren't you with your grandpa? What brings you to the Alchemy Commission? Well, let me take this opportunity to introduce you to...
Yeah, no, don't, yeah, no need.
What a small world. You stole my sword. Give it back.
Okay, here we go again.
I see. Let's skip the introduction part then.
Why do I keep bumping into you? Are you stalking me or something?
Yeah, you just walked up on us, Yunli. I mean, love you, but
Of course not. Unlike you, Miss Yunli, I have important things to take care of. You, on the other hand, seem to have all the time in the world to wander around without returning my sword.
Grandpa used to say that a sword reflects its master. I talked to your sword, and it told me that you've been distracted. You hesitate when you should strike, and you struggle to stay calm when your sword is unsheathed. Now that I see you again, I realize your sword was right. It wasn't me who took your sword. It was you who lost focus.
Do you really expect me to believe that nonsense? I've been taking it easy on you because you're a guest from the Juming, but you're not taking the hint. Don't people from the Juming know you're supposed to return what you've borrowed?
Just look at this flying sword. Even if I gave it back to you now, it'd just be taken away again in a few hours. You know the Cloud Knight saying, a Cloud Knight must never let slip their weapon. Yes? Well, sure, I can give it back to you now, but on the battlefield, that's a whole different story.
I kind of get what you mean. So we're gonna have like a Yangqing training arc.
Fine! You don't have to give it back, because I'll take it back myself!
So this is the war dance.
But which general should I call?
Between these two, who do you think is tougher? Don't get me wrong.
Oh, definitely Yunli.
It is my first day at the Alchemy Commission. A brawl is definitely not how I imagine celebrating it.
Well, since you don't approve, I won't draw my sword here.
I didn't mean it in that way. Since you've already drawn your swords, you'd be disappointed.
I mean, taking it well.
Test one another, right?
You really didn't, but also I kind of want to see this. So yeah, go ahead.
The delves near the Alchemy Commission are still infested with abominations. Seems like my predecessors left quite a mess. So, if you two want to determine who's better, why not focus on them instead of each other?
Clearing out some abominations? Sounds boring.
It's the Cloud Knight's duty to eliminate those abominations. You don't have to ask me twice, Miss Lingsha. I'll help you get rid of them.
Oh, you think you're the only one who knows how to behave? If Lingsha needs anything, I'll gladly draw my sword and help her out.
They like each other, huh? Maybe like a older sister type of figure for her.
It's so heartwarming to see both of you being so sweet and caring. So then, shall we get going?
Yep, sounds good.
Ever since the disciples of Sanctus Medicus were eradicated,
Oh god,
the
that
experimental abominations have been
leave
festering here.
just like
If you
yeah,
want a contest, I'll be the referee.
that just scared me.
The one who kills the most abominations within an hour wins.
Lingsha, as always, you're still an expert in making unpaid work sound so noble and grand.
It's for your own good, little Yunli. While you desire to compete against each other, I don't want to see either of you getting hurt.
That's really thoughtful of you, Cauldron Master.
So, are you both ready?
Sure.
Looks like my... Let me say it again. The one who... Be careful when you draw your swords, and make sure you don't hurt each other.
Nah, we'd never do that.
Can we start now, Lingsha?
A one-time
Yeah, I think we lost.
See? I won.
Mm-hmm.
Your technique was all over the place, and you relied too much on speed. Is this really all the Cloud Knights of the Luofu can muster?
All you did was chop down a few monsters. Don't get carried away with yourself.
Oh. Well, then I'll give you a chance. Defeat me
Oh.
or hand over all your swords.
If you're trying to pick a fight, just ask, because I'm ready for you.
Are we actually gonna see them fight now? Okay, here we go. Let's go. That is very hype. Oh, come on. Okay, here we go. Oh. Oh my god. That the general lady? Yep.
Well fought, my young friends.
Here we go. Okay. I need, like, that is...
However, both of you have shortcomings. One of you focuses on dodging and weaving, while the other relies on brute strength, trying to take down targets with a single strike.
Who are you?
Me? I'm just a patient seeking medicine from the Alchemy Commission. A passerby, if you will.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're actually a lot more than that. But...
I thought I'd see my fill of impressive fights during the war dance. Yet here I am, able to witness a remarkable fight at the Alchemy Commission, of all places. Well, the Luofu is never short of surprises. However, I have a small suggestion for you. Why don't you settle this dispute fair and square in the war dance's ring? That way, you can resolve your differences with a proper duel and put your grudges behind you.
Sounds good. Also, the way you just like grabbed both of their swords with like, I think it was like 2 fingers. That is so badass. Okay, like honestly, they don't need to give me anything more to make me pull for her. Like, honestly, that is enough. I mean, also, she's, you know, I'm sure she's also gonna be super busted, but technically, I don't need anything else. Okay, well, if she, like, really sucked, I guess I wouldn't pull for her, but... Like, after that display... God damn.
No, not at all. Yunli and we were just sparring.
Sure.
Sparring? You summoned your flying swords, and she swung her sword with full strength. No grudges between you. I don't believe it.
Yeah, neither do I, but, I mean, we know, right? So...
What brings you here, Lady Feixiao? Have you finished your health consultation with the dragon lady?
Feixiao. Okay, that's her name. I knew it was something with F, but I didn't want to, like, say, like, a random name. But yeah, Feixiao is definitely... Like, goddamn, she's so hype.
Feixiao? Grandpa always talks about you. Could it be that you're...
The Merlin's Claw of the Xianzhou Yaoqing?
Yep.
Looks like I'm quite famous on the Xianzhou Luofu, too.
Ooh, I like her voice actress, by the way. I wonder who's
Everyone
voicing
has heard
her.
of the great general. Known to all, and unbeknown to none.
Great General? Isn't that title a bit too narcissistic? I don't like it. Ooh, I heard there's a dozing general on the Luofu, so I came up with a humble nickname for myself. The Lacking General. Lacking in worries, regrets, and rivals.
Oh, okay, that I like her. Also the rivals part, I mean, damn.
Sounds much better, right?
Yeah, that's a befitting title that sounds both humble and impressive. Now that the sparring session is over, Yanqing and Yunli, shouldn't you politely thank General Feixiao for her guidance and bury the hatchet?
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna do the last part, but...
Here's your sword. Keep it safe. Or...
Oh, they are,
away
okay.
Again. By the way, we haven't settled the score yet. I'll defeat you fair and square next time we fight.
This is how she apologizes? Now that I finally got my sword back, I should report to the seat of divine foresight. I'll take my leave, General Feixiao. Oh, by the way, Miss Linksha, if you've got some free time, I'd like to invite you to the seat of divine foresight for a chat with General Jingyuan. I think there's more to those personal grudges you mentioned earlier.
Hmm.
Thanks for stepping in, General Feixiao. Otherwise, I'd have had to knock them out with my incense.
Yeah, and I believe she could, right?
Not at all. Just doing what you asked. How about we call it even as a payment for the healer lady's consultation?
I wonder if she's like sick or something. That would suck.
Sorry, but even a general needs to pay their bills. We don't do credit here. And let's not forget, you'd have been waiting decades for a chance to see the Dragon Lady if it weren't for me.
That's what they're totally talking about, by the way. I mean, yeah, they must be.
Well, you can always send the bill to the seat of divine foresight and say it's for mentoring those kids. After all, it was quite the effort splitting them up. I nearly had to get tough. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to find a spot and get some fresh air.
What do you mean, quite the effort? You used like 2 fingers.
Back already? You've met with Jingyuan and wandered around for a few hours. So, what do you think?
It appears that the Divine Foresight is using this war dance as a show of strength to convince everyone that the Luofu is prospering after the Ambrosial Arbor crisis.
But... I know you're going to say but, right?
I mean, yeah, sounds like it.
But the influx of
There it
people
is.
attending the war dance is like a breeding ground for disorder and rumors. One wrong move, and the Luofu could be in a world of chaos.
The Cloud Knights on the streets remain vigilant, so at the very least, General Jingyuan is aware of this. As for other matters, I'm unable to say.
I'd prefer to be excused from future meetings with generals. I'm just a military healer. And now all of a sudden I'm thrust onto the center stage having cordial chats with 2 generals?
My work doesn't lend itself to being in the limelight either.
Yeah, you look like an assassin type character to me.
Just stop whining. At least you're in one piece, right? Before getting in touch with General Jingyuan, I wanted to put aside my assumptions and see his momentum. That includes the overall bearing of the Cloud Knights on the street, what people are saying, and how those close to him behave.
The might of an army dwells not within its pawns, but within the force of its collective momentum. Recognizing this fact reveals the true measure of power. Thanks for enlightening me, General.
A perfectly clear statement turned confusing thanks to your translation. Made me lose heart.
Yeah, I didn't really understand
Anyway,
what he meant
this
by
is
that
how
either.
I operate in battle.
Like, I think
You
I
might
do,
as well
but
get used to it.
Are you treating General Jingyuan as your enemy?
The longest-serving
Mhm.
general of the Xianzhou Luofu. Do you think he'd have only a few enemies?
By the way, General, you met the healer lady, yes? Could you show me the medicine she prescribed you?
Well, the healer lady couldn't do anything about my condition. She just told me to enjoy some tasty food.
oh, so she is sick, or at least, well, at least she has like some sort of condition, right? Well, I wonder what that's about. I mean, surely we're gonna know soon, but we're gonna find out soon. But yeah.
So not even the famed healer lady could help?
Apparently not.
Don't worry. I'll fulfill my promise and find a way to cure you. Actually, I've found some leads.
Well, life and death, Jiao Zhou. It's all predetermined. Upon starting my military career, I made a pledge that the
Ooh,
rest
that's
of
a
my
cool
life
shot.
would be dedicated to being the Xianzhou spearhead, hunting down the abominations of abundance till the end of my days. As long as I can fulfill that deep-seated desire, I don't care how long I live.
Is it like about being Mara struck, maybe?
You asked if I view General Jing Yuan as my enemy. No. My real enemy has always been myself.
Enjoy some tasty food. So, what's for dinner tonight?
Jeez. You really know how to read the room, don't you?
You guys figure it out for yourselves. I'm due to catch up with an old war friend I've not seen for quite a long time.
Hey! Was that the Yaoqing general who just dropped in out of nowhere? Oh, she's so awesome.
Yep, she is.
I mean, when Yunli swung that massive sword, she just casually blocked her attack with ease.
Mine too.
Yep.
Yeah. But to go up against Yunli is quite impressive, you know?
Even March knows.
Aura of heroism and grace. It almost makes me want to learn Xianzhou swordplay.
Oh, here we go. I think you might.
You think so too, right?
I agree. General Feixiao is indeed impressive.
I was actually hoping you'd give Yanqing some praise.
Thanks for the kind words, Miss March. The war dance is coming up, and I've been chosen to represent the Cloud Knights in the ceremony. I've had my fair share of defeats lately, and even though I know there are always more skilled swordmasters out there, seeing General Feixiao's skills today has made me feel a bit uneasy again.
I mean, makes sense.
Don't underestimate yourself. After all, generals won't fight in the ring during the war dance. Just remember the state of mind you had when you single-handedly took on me and Blade, putting life and death aside. With that mindset, you can prevail against most challengers.
Yeah, like, okay, yeah, that was pretty dope. I mean, he still lost, but still.
I see. Thanks for the advice, Master Danheng. By the way, now that today's events are over, General Jing Yuan wants to invite all of you to the Seat of Divine Foresight. He has something important to discuss.
Okay.
I bet it's about how to deal with the generals from the Yaoqing and the Juming.
I really don't want to get caught up in grown-up games so soon. I just hope Generals Feixiao and Huaiyan can see the truth. We don't need any more chaos on the Luofu before the war dance.
Yeah, not really. Okay, so those two are still together, right? Yep.
Earlier at the Palace of Astrum, I introduced these guests from the Astral Express to you, Elder White. But with all the people around, we only exchanged pleasantries. Now, I'd like to officially introduce them to you.
Okay, yeah.
These three braved great dangers, accompanying me into perilous places, defeating the chief culprit Vantilia, and uncovering the conspiracies of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus. If you wish to know more, please, feel free to ask us.
Well, I skimmed through the reports about the Arbor's rebirth from the Master Diviner Fu Xuan. She's been summoned to the Yu Chui for questioning.
What's her name?
There are a lot of doubts within the Alliance about this whole situation.
Fu Xuan? I'm pretty sure that's not entirely correct.
But despite all that, I believe in you. Since you joined the ranks, you have repeatedly achieved remarkable feats. After the High Cloud Quintet each went their separate ways, despite the many criticisms within the Alliance, the Marshal still stood firm against the dissenting voices and entrusted the Luofu to you. Over the years, you've served the Alliance with loyalty and wisdom. You've taken down abominations in Thalassa, rescued the Xianzhou Yuchui from a siege, and destroyed the demonic planet summoned by the denizens of abundance. I still remember those battles.
Damn, I didn't know he did like that much.
There are fools who doubt your loyalty. They're happy to see the divine foresight fail because it gives them some kind of sick satisfaction. They haven't achieved anything of their own, so they feed off the failures of others. But I've seen enough failures in my time, and I want to believe that your loyalty has never wavered.
So, General Feixiao of the Yaoqing is the only one investigating the Ambrosial Arbor crisis on behalf of the Alliance?
Seems so.
No. I am too.
Ooh, okay.
This old man's words always catch me off guard.
The Marshal ordered me to come to the Xianzhou Luofu, but the document only says, attend the war dance and listen to Feixiao's questioning. The Marshal is well aware of Jing Yuan's purpose in holding the ceremony and understands the situation he is facing. She mentioned it because she believes both issues are important.
I want to see her. I want to see that Marshal at some point. I'm sure he will, but I hope she's like a cool character and I hope she's playable at some point.
Thanks for your kindness and sincerity, Elder Huayan. But is it appropriate to tell everyone here about the Marshal's orders?
By introducing the Express's witnesses to me alone, aren't you aiming to discern the intentions behind both my actions and Feixiao's? And whether there's any discord between us? Well, since I'm being open and honest with you, I encourage you young folk to do the same. As for the Ambrosial Arbor crisis, all I need to do is listen. General Feixiao will be the one asking the questions. To be honest, I'm more concerned about the timely start of the war dance. Oh, by the way, I've prepared a gift for the war dance.
Ooh. Oh. Is that like the
Yes, it's this case right here.
I have a feeling I know who's going to get that. Okay.
There will be numerous contests and celebrations during the war dance, and the main event will be the Ringmaster's Challenge. The host will dispatch a skilled warrior to take on challengers from all over the cosmos, showcasing the excellent martial arts of the Xianzhou Luofu. When you mentioned that the Astral Express would be attending the ceremony, I thought the High Elder of the Luofu would be the Ringmaster.
You humor me, Elder Huayan. The healer lady is just a young lady who knows nothing about martial arts. How can I assign her as the ringmaster?
I'm no match
I
to
mean,
you.
yeah, Biden wouldn't do very well in there.
What's this box for? Why don't you open it, General Huayan?
This sword case is intended for the War Dance's award. It's empty now, but in a few days, a precious sword will be delivered and stored inside. I don't mean to boast about our skills, but this sword represents the pinnacle of the Ju Ming's craftsmanship. It has a legendary history, full of heroic tales from foreign lands. Tales that are too detailed to be summarized in just a few words. Since the delegation delivering the sword hasn't arrived yet, I'll just leave the case here for now. I've been wondering who would be worthy of such a sword. And then it hit me. I can award it to the champion of the Ringmaster's Challenge. The ceremony's champion is sure to be a perfect match for the sword. Moreover, I hear that Yanqing is an excellent swordmaster, and that he will be representing the Luofu as the Ringmaster. So it seems like a perfect gift for him.
I mean,
Thank
yeah.
you for your generosity, Elder Huayan.
If you want to give me a sword, just say the word, Grandpa. No need to beat around the bush.
You've got confidence, my girl, but I don't think you can best Yanqing.
I'm pretty sure she can. At least, like, in-game, you know? I'm pretty sure she is the better character, but,
I
well...
know you're all about swords, Miss Yunli. It's just a shame that it's the sword that ultimately chooses its rightful master.
I'm not sure if that's going to be you,
Even if
though.
someone gets their hands on such a precious sword, it'll probably end up in someone else's.
I love her.
The outcome of our duel at the Alchemy Commission is still up in the air. Since you're interested, why don't you represent the Xianzhou Juming and challenge me in the ring?
That's exactly what I had in mind. Nobody knows who's gonna come out on top. It could be me, could be someone else. It'll probably be me. But whatever happens, it won't be him.
Not to be rude or anything, we've been watching their drama. I'm dying to find out who beats who.
Yeah, same.
Quiet down. We have other guests here. I've prepared this sword to add some excitement to the ceremony, not to have you two squabble. It's not a good look for the Alliance. While you both seem confident that you'll win, you need to remember there can only be one winner and one loser in the ring, which could lead to hard feelings. Actually, I have an idea. We don't know who the winner will be, and it might not be either of you. But if you're eyeing that prize, you'll need to work together. I want you to take on an apprentice.
Okay, here we
who will take part in
go.
the war dance and win at least one match.
How does that make sense?
In my humble opinion, while a Cloud Knight is commendable by securing victories, it's even more so to pass on your skills and spread the way of swordplay. I'd be greatly pleased if this apprentice could represent the Express in the war dance by displaying their Cloud Knight flair and prowess.
Well, Elder Huayan's idea is quite interesting. Imparting swordplay skills requires teamwork, and both the winner and the loser will learn a valuable lesson regardless of the outcome. The question is...
I'm sorry for skipping that.
Who? Wait, me?
Yep, sounds good.
I noticed just now that Miss March seemed quite interested in the outcome of your sword fight. So I thought, why not teach her the art of swordplay?
Wait, are you serious, General? Why am I being dragged into this all of a sudden? I've never practiced swordplay before. I'm a total newbie. You really think I can learn it? Well, you'll probably realize I have no hope and give up on me. And that'd be so embarrassing.
Isn't this a perfect chance for you? I remember you mentioning that you wanted to learn some sword moves.
Why is that voiced all of a sudden? I mean, I like it, but it's just very random. But yeah, like... Go, March.
I did say that. But this is all happening so quickly, don't you think?
Miss March is like a piece of jade in the rough, just waiting to be shaped. The war dance is the perfect opportunity to see what heights she can reach.
I appreciate your kind words, General YN. But won't teaching me swordplay be a waste of Yanqing and Yunli's time? They should be preparing for the ceremony. Plus, I heard that each swordmaster has their own special moves. What if they let something slip while teaching me? If everyone knows each other's tactics, won't that make it hard to catch people off guard during the war dance?
That's considerate of you, March 7th. But don't worry. It'll take you at least a decade of hard training before you can even start learning special moves. No need to freak out. A few Juming swordplay tricks will mean you'll be more than equipped.
Really?
Looks like March's curiosity has been piqued.
Yep, seems so.
The whole point is to know each other's moves. Defeating your opponent in just one move? How boring would that be? Plus, what really decides a swordsman's fate isn't some special move. It's the solid fundamentals.
So Miss Yunli has already agreed. What do you say, Yanqing?
General, I haven't graduated yet. How can I be qualified to teach swordplay to others?
I'm pretty sure you're good enough, my dude.
So you're admitting your defeat, huh? If you're not even confident to teach, why don't you let me be the ringmaster instead?
Yanqing, teaching an apprentice is also a way of honing your own skills and gaining insights. You've been an apprentice for years. It's about time you looked at swordplay from another perspective.
I see, General.
Mm.
Then count me in.
Now that Yanqing has agreed too, it all comes down to Miss March giving her nod.
You think?
It's up to you to make the final decision, March.
You think, Jibil?
At least that way, I won't have to worry about you accidentally shooting me in the butt all the time.
I mean, I guess she could stab you in the butt. But yeah, I guess.
Hey, I've never missed my target. Then I'm on board. Thank you for your kindness, General YN.
Great! Starting tomorrow, Yanqing and Yunli will teach you the basics of the Cloud Knight's swordplay. Yunli and I will head out and purchase some sword practice equipment for Miss March. Think of it as a little initiation gift.
You're too kind. Oh, wait, you're giving me a gift? Shouldn't it be the other way around? General YN's gone. Wait, why does something feel off about what we talked about? I think we strayed off topic. How did things even get to this
I mean,
point?
sort of.
Yeah, I brought you here because the General said he had some important matters to discuss. But how in the world did Yunli and I suddenly become Miss March's swordplay mentors?
Because General Huayan wants us to stick around on the Luofu for some time. But from his point of view, we're no different from all the other tourists who may leave at any time. Since the crew's actions were mentioned in the Luofu's operations log were given to the Alliance, he probably wants to see firsthand if we're as capable as the report claims, or if we're just some made-up excuse to save face, and he wants to see it for himself during the war dance, which is why he even dragged Yunli into this. What began as a simple contest between two sword masters has now evolved into you two collaborating to mentor March.
I
Elder
see.
Huayan is still that tricky general who likes to give everyone a headache. My apologies. Truth be told, I invited all of you to the ceremony because I wished for you to act as my witnesses. Now, I apologize for not disclosing this information earlier. In the coming weeks, I'll also invite all of you to a meeting with General Feixiao, where you may need to answer her questions and clear up any doubts she might have. So please, be prepared for the meeting.
Sure.
Don't worry, General. No matter what happens, I'm prepared to stay here as the Express's witness and answer any questions.
I mean, getting interviewed by her must be interesting.
Thank you, everyone.
General, I know there isn't much I can do to share your burden, but...
Yeah,
as the
what's
Luofu
up?
Ringmaster, I won't let anyone defeat me in the war dance.
I know.
The illustrious Merlin's Claw waiting for me? And for so long, too?
Ooh.
It's quite an
You
honor.
can't.
It's been a while.
Haven't
General
seen you in a
Feixiao.
while.
It's been 30 years since we last saw each other. Right, Yukong?
Yes. Back then, you were the vanguard of the Yao Qing's Verdant Knights, and I was a pilot of the Luofu's Rainbow Orbit fleet. Who would have thought that upon meeting again, you'd be a general, and I'd have given up flying? Really does feel like a lifetime ago.
Oh, so those two have some history together, huh?
I wouldn't say I haven't seen you in 30 years. After all, your great victories are announced through the Yellow Bell resonance system every day. So I'm well aware of your great feats. How's your health holding up?
Ooh, okay.
Still stable, I suppose. Do you still remember the medic who saved me in battle?
That healer with the odd name and peculiar temperament. What was his name again? Was it Pichu? Or Kachio?
Wait, the Pichu saved her? A little Pokemon saved her? Sorry. Couldn't resist that one.
Jiao Chou. He's been my retainer and
Jiao
personal
Chou,
healer,
right, yep.
delegated by the Alchemy Commission from the Xianzhou Yao Qing. Over the years, he's dedicated himself to managing my condition. It's thanks to him that I'm still in good health today. Given my background, I'm happy to have made it this
Okay, I want to know what's up with her condition, actually.
I'm relieved to know
Like,
that you're
you're
safe
teasing
and
me,
sound.
come on.
Well then, since you and Elder Huayan are here, I imagine you must have received orders from the Marshal as your friend. May I ask how the Alliance intends to punish the General of the Luofu?
The Arbor's rebirth has frightened the elders who lurk behind the scenes. They fear the resurgence of abominations, much like what happened 30 years ago. Although the report from the Luofu explained all the details, we don't know if the Ruin Legion really invaded, or how exactly the Stellaron Hunters and the Astral Express became involved. This puzzle has many missing pieces. As you know, the fugitive Jing Liu, who mysteriously disappeared many years ago, has resurfaced. This time, she has brought along an Outworlder and a coffin, claiming to offer the Marshal a method to fight against the
Oh, right, yeah. I don't think I've played through her, God, I can't talk. I don't think I played through her quest line yet, where she appears. But yeah, I obviously know about her.
The Luofu Preceptor has also leveled accusations against Jing Yuan for neglecting the Alliance's principles. She asserts that Jing Yuan enabled the exiled Imbibitor Lunae to re-enter the Luofu, thereby unlocking the lunarescent depths within Scale Gorge Waterscape, which in turn disrupted the Vidyadhara's dutiful watch over the Ambrosial Arbor. It is for these reasons that I have come here to the Luofu today. Well, duty calls. Perhaps I shouldn't have mentioned all of this to an uninvolved person, but since we once fought together, I didn't want to keep you in the dark. Perhaps pretending you didn't hear any of this would be for the best.
I understand. I'm sorry. I was out of line. I know I shouldn't be defending General Jing Yuan right now, but... well, you know how I am.
I still don't think he did anything wrong, but...
The Luofu
well,
has enjoyed centuries of stability since the end of the sedition of Imbibitor Lunae. much of which can be attributed to General Jing Yuan's masterful strategizing. Unfortunately, for long-life species, enduring through the ages always culminates in a failure that undoes all previous achievements. A moment that our adversaries relish.
That's true. And that's why I'm also here for another purpose. To visit Hule. Hule? You mean
I was
that
about to
Hule?
say, who's that?
Borison Warhead? The same Hule who has been imprisoned in the shackling prison for over 7 centuries?
The nemesis of the Foxians who will never be forgiven and shall be imprisoned until the end of the cosmos. I can't quite remember the exact wording, but yes, the very same Hule.
Usually, only emissaries from the Xianzhou Yaoqing Skyfaring Commission visit him once every century. Why do you have to visit him now, of all times?
He looks kind of badass.
The Foxians and the Alliance made a pact to combat the abominations, aiming to achieve justice and free their kin. That werewolf monster is to be forever imprisoned in the dark recesses of the shackling prison, facing up. Given the situation on the Luofu, those on the Yaoqing are concerned about Hule's imprisonment. I'm afraid that the routine visit every century is no longer sufficient to ease their concerns. That's why I was sent here, to reassure them.
It's all bad news.
Well,
I mean,
not
sort of.
there might be a silver lining. Oh, by the way, I found some clues about the thing you asked for.
Tell me more.
The Verdant Knights followed the route you mentioned and discovered the wreckage of the Whistling Flame ship. Unfortunately, there were no survivors and no cargo. However, someone had already been on the scene before we arrived.
Our people? Or someone from the IPC?
No, neither.
Ooh.
Yukong, have you heard of a person named Ron May?
I wonder how she is involved in all of this. Day 2.
I'm still feeling sleepy.
Did I oversleep? Where did March and Donhung go?
There you are. It's an honor to learn from you, Master Yanqing. Oh, in all those immersions and novels I watched, when apprentices want to pay their respects to their masters, they usually bring fancy gifts, kneel, and bow. I'm really sorry, but I haven't prepared anything yet.
I think you're good.
Hey, why are you blushing, Master Yanqing?
Yeah, he is actually.
This is, the first time someone has called me master. I need to, get used to it. Let me make it clear. Swordplay training is about improving your body, mind, and strength. It's not a casual game you can master overnight. I promised General Huayan that I'd teach you Cloud Knight swordplay, so you can participate in the war dance and defeat at least one opponent. I'll do my best, but if you break your master's rules...
Is it too late for regrets? I'm already regretting my impulsive decision.
You'll be fine.
Honestly, I'm not sure what I'll do either, because I've never been a teacher before.
Yep, makes sense.
So, Miss March, please behave and don't skip classes. Or complain.
You need to toughen up and train her properly, Master Yanqing. Don't go easy on her.
You're so heartless. By the way, where's Yunli?
I've found a quiet spot in the back garden of the Palace of Astrum for our first lesson together.
Seriously? It's the first day and you two are already late? Why is everyone on the Luofu so laid back? So disappointing.
Master Yunli, you're already here. Sorry for keeping you waiting.
Oh, wait. Were you trying to teach her in secret? That's sneaky.
Nah.
I'm just showing you what Luofu etiquette is all about. She might be my apprentice, but it's customary for the master to personally escort their apprentice to the place of learning. As the host, I'll be teaching Miss March the essence of Luofu swordplay, after which she'll emerge victorious in the war dance ring. You won't be complaining about Luofu swordplay then.
Stand aside, rookie. Let me show you how we Ju-Ming sword masters treat their apprentices. Quickly, over here, Miss March. This is a reverse mentorship gift from me to you. I hope you put it to good use.
New outfit. By the way, I just realized me losing my 50-50 to Yangqing is actually, and then like the next temple being Yunli. It's kind of fitting if we look at the story, you know. Kinda makes sense. I'm just saying.
What's this? Xianzhou clothing? It's so beautiful!
Sword practice requires precise movements. This outfit is tailored to fit perfectly and allows for smooth movements. I even added some small accessories. I put a lot of thought into it.
You're awesome, Master Yunli!
See? See? How can you compete with me? I'll teach March 7th the essence of Ju-Ming swordplay so she can win the contest with my sword skills.
Actually, I've prepared something too.
Oh?
Huh? You have a gift for me too, Master Yanqing?
Since you want to learn swordplay, Miss March, you'll need suitable weapons. So, I went out of my way to prepare a pair of swords overnight.
They look so cool. They even have a little symbol on them. That's so nice.
Unfortunately, I didn't have time to ask the craftsman to customize the swords for you. But I did my best to choose ones that look nice and are suitable for a beginner. I hope you like them, Miss March.
Thank you, Master Yanqing!
Bet you didn't see that one coming, did you, Yunli?
The real competition is just getting started.
I'm so lucky to have two great masters. But why does it feel like things are getting a bit weird?
Wonder why.
So what do you think, masters? Does this outfit suit me?
She looks amazing. Come on. They like, goddamn, they did such a good job. She looks so cute.
Perfect. I chose it carefully. It's perfect for beautiful young swordswomen like you and me.
All right, let's get started with the training. The person next to me is a Cloud Knight instructor I've brought in. For your first lesson, try exchanging a couple of moves with him.
Wait. We're having actual combat training for the first lesson? Isn't that a bit too intense?
Well, I heard you have some experience with archery and martial arts. The first thing we're going to do is see just how strong your fundamentals are. Come on.
Okay.
Step forward and strike with the sword in the most natural way you can think of. It's important for us to grasp your natural movements so we can decide where to start and what you need to learn.
If you're ready, let's begin.
Okay.
Okay, let's go. Hey, did we already... We didn't get her yet, right? No, I don't think we did.
Are you ready?
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, I'm ready. But please go easy on me.
Then I apologize in advance, Miss March.
Okay, here we go. Nice one, March.
I didn't expect the first lesson to be so intense.
You did well.
Miss March has quick hands and a flexible body. She's a perfect fit for practicing Luofu swordplay.
However, she lacks strength, and her strikes were a bit unfocused. But don't worry, that's totally normal for beginners. Once she starts practicing Juming swordplay, she'll make heaps of progress.
Given the situation, I believe Miss March should start by working on
Uh-huh.
strength.
Of course, yep, makes sense.
Seriously, do you actually know anything about swordplay, or what?
I could ask you the same thing. Dual swords require agility, so what's more important than footwork?
Well, to be fair, they also do require strength, I imagine. I have no idea if that's true or not, but... Well, you're not using them in both hands. So you're only using one hand per sword. So I guess, yeah.
Instead of focusing on her strengths, we should address her weaknesses. The drawback of wielding two swords
exactly.
is not generating enough force. What good is being quick on your feet if you don't have strength? It's not like we're dancing here.
But I guess she kind of needs both of these things,
Skilled
so...
sword masters know how to play to their strengths and work on their weaknesses. Start with what you're good at, then tackle your weaknesses. That's the right way to learn.
You're quite the theorist, huh?
Theorist? You claim to be able to talk to swords. So does that make you a lunatic?
Well...
Hey, it's
Don't
only
be
my
mean to her,
first
okay?
lesson, and you're already arguing. Come on, calm down, masters. I'll have to improve both my footwork and strength anyway. So,
now that I see like
which
the...
one comes first?
Now that I see the whole outfit, it looks even better. Like,
But it
he is
does
so
matter.
good.
Just listen to me, March 7th.
Mm. Hey, nice. Let's go. And these turn to more.
Dear Himeko, Mr. Yang, and Pom Pom, we're all good here on the Xianzhou Luofu, so no need to worry.
That face,
how's
and
your
like,
trip
of
going?
course she's eating. Of course she would be eating. And she's so cute.
As for me, I've somehow become the apprentice to two Cloud Knight sword masters, and I've been honing my sword skills with their guidance. One of them is Yanqing, the boy we've all met before. The other is Yunli, the granddaughter of General Hua Yan from the Xianzhou Juming. Both masters are super strict, giving me a real taste of how hard sword training can be. I tried to drag him into this, but he refused. Then I tried to rope Don Hung in, but Master Yanqing wouldn't have it.
Yeah, I mean, that would be...
Still, I didn't let the difficulty get to me. In just a few weeks, my
I don't
sword
think he has
skills have
anything to
improved
teach
a
him.
lot. Both my masters think I have unique talents in swordplay, and are literally fighting each other to teach me their skills.
I mean, I would imagine she does. You know? She's pretty good. Like, in terms of meta. For like a 4-star, like she is like the same type of, like, I think she's maybe not as busted, but she's on the same level as like Omni Trailblazer, I believe, so yeah. Pretty good that they just gave us that unit for free.
Thanks to their guidance, I've actually made some progress. When I get back to the Express, I'll definitely show off my skills and impress you all. Looking forward to your reply. Yours, March 7th.
Okay. Developing tennis elbow, oh god.
Well done. Let's call it a day.
Miss Miss March's sword skills are really coming along. She'll hold her own just fine in the war dance.
Perhaps I might have a shot at beating both masters in the ring?
I wouldn't go there just yet, but...
Get real. You've only been practicing for a short while. How could that possibly happen?
With your talent, Miss March, if you dedicate a few more decades to training, you might eventually be able to defeat Yunli.
Decades? But I'll be an old lady by then. No.
Can you believe it? March 7th has actually become a pretty decent swordmaster in such a short time. Now I understand why Grandpa always had a grin on his face while training me.
Are you sure he wasn't laughing at you?
Oh, shut up.
Wait, are they actually like being cute together? I kinda dig it. I feel like that was more like a playful thing right there, you know? Are they becoming actual friends? So that's
Miss
so
March,
cute.
you're really getting the hang of wielding dual swords. If you're keen on advancing, trying out different Xianzhou blades could improve your touch.
Oh, let me see. Which sword is the most powerful? Single sword? Great sword? Or maybe a flying sword?
There's no such thing as the most powerful sword. It's all about the skill of the swordmaster. Yanqing wields several flying swords, while I only wield one. But remember how I kicked his butt at the Alchemy Commission?
I mean, I wouldn't go that far, but...
First, you didn't kick my butt. Second, you'll never kick my butt. Third, how about we settle this right now and see who kicks whose butt?
Yeah, I'm up for that. And if I kick your butt, you'll drop out of the war dance. Deal?
Why are you two arguing again?
Yeah.
I thought things had been improving between you lately.
I thought so too, apparently not.
There was talk that the leading disciples of the Luofu and Juming generals were supposed to face off in the war dance, but for some reason, they suddenly teamed up to train an apprentice of their own. Turns out, the rumors are true.
Hello.
Tomorrow is the big day of the war dance. Shouldn't you two be focusing on honing your skills instead of teaching swordplay here?
You're... Oh, that's right. You're the pink-haired fox from the Yaoqing.
That's one way to describe it.
This is Mr. Jiao, the
Jiao,
healer working
yep.
for the general of the Xianzhou Yaoqing.
Ah, got it. So, you're the participant attending the war dance on behalf of the Yaoqing. And you were trying to sneak a peek at our training?
Sorry for the misunderstanding. I don't know anything about martial arts. I'm just here on the general's orders to take care of some official business. I didn't mean to interrupt your training. I'll be on my way.
If you know nothing about martial arts, why were you smirking earlier?
Well, my curiosity got the better of me, I suppose. When I heard Miss March's pondering about what to learn, I couldn't help but wander over. From my professional experience, cleavers, slicers, chopping knives, and carving knives are all just tools. Kind of like frying, sautéing, boiling, and deep frying in cooking. They're just ways for people to show off their skills. How you use them really depends on the ingredients you're working with.
I mean, that's true.
It's like your sword teaching methods. If you align your ingredient, in other words, your apprentice's natural tendencies, with the right cooking method, by which I mean the teaching method that best suits her, she'll make double the progress in half the time. For example, Golden eggplant tastes best when fried. Cloud peppers when stir-fried. And yellow boulder beef when simmered. It's all about discovering the nature of the ingredients. I mean, apprentice.
All this talk about food is making me hungry.
Aren't you a healer? Why are you talking about food?
Well, it's just a metaphor. The medicinal school I follow on the Xianzhou Yaoqing is called the Ranja School, that specializes in food therapy. So it's only natural that I know a thing or two about cooking.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
You're the general's cook?
Among other things,
I'm
I
a
believe.
healer. But anyway, a cook who isn't interested in health doesn't make for a good advisor. Fine. Call me a cook if you want. Seeing the way you're looking at me, it's obvious you think I'm just some feeble academic who likes to blabber on about martial arts. But, in reality, I know a thing or two about killing. After all, the art of healing inherently encompasses both life and death.
Yeah, exactly.
Why is this guy suddenly getting all serious with kids?
Do you recognize this bottle of medicine in my hand?
No.
Yep.
This
Nope,
is
never
called
seen it.
Tumble dust. An extract from an exotic flower named Yabra.
Is it poison?
Well, it depends on how it's used. With just one drop, it's able to numb a patient's body during surgery, making them painless throughout the entire process. However,
Yeah, I'm assuming more of that would not be that good.
increase the dose or the potency, and it'll slow the metabolism, making the blood thin and resulting in the loss of all senses.
Yep, that
Even
does sound.
long-life species cannot escape its effects. This thing can save lives or take them. It's more powerful than the swords in your hands.
I mean, I'd argue technically swords can save lives too. Not in the same way, but you know.
That may be so. But still, I prefer settling things with a sword than, you know.
Huh. Looks like I did get you all wrong. You're not a feeble scholar, but a sinister and despicable one.
Hey, why the insults all of a sudden? I'm just sharing some medical knowledge here, not persuading you to poison anyone.
Seems like you get real excited when talking about poison. I can't tell if that's an honorable thing or sinister.
Picture this. Two individuals. The one standing is full of malice. The other lying down is honorable and righteous. How can the one who's lying down label the one standing as sinister? In the throes of combat, where life and death hinge on a singular moment, every idea fades into nothingness. The only thing that matters is staying alive.
I mean,
Surviving the battlefield reshapes all notions of worth, be it integrity or treachery. In my eyes,
kinda get what he's saying.
significance is negligible.
I think he has like a similar outlook than, or a similar outlook as Shinsui from Bleach. I'm sure there are other examples, but yeah.
Perhaps you've underestimated Yunli and me, Mr. Jiaoqiu. We may be young, but we've seen our fair share of war.
Well, then you should know that the war dance is nothing more than a contest. So why are you so focused on it?
When I was appointed as the ringmaster for the war dance, I asked the general, we Cloud Knights are supposed to charge into the fray and slay enemies. Why do we have to swing swords in a ring just to please an audience? And this is how the general replied. To unsheath your sword in a ring is no different than on the battlefield, as your sword reveals the might of all Cloud Knights. The war dance is the perfect chance to showcase martial virtue and forge alliances from all over the cosmos. When we unsheath the sword without drawing blood, we not only display our might, but also the martial virtue of the Cloud Knights.
That's quite an
see.
insightful statement, Yanqing.
Yeah, that makes sense.
My apologies for being so short-sighted. I've been on the Luofu for quite some time, but I haven't had the chance to see the ceremony venue for myself yet. Hearing you speak so highly of it has piqued my curiosity. Would you mind showing me around?
You want to see the Sky Splitter ship where the war dance will be held? Let's go! I bet Yunli and Miss March haven't seen it either, right? Well then, I'll give you all a tour.
I'm not sure if I trust him yet. Actually, I'm pretty sure I don't trust him yet.
Let's go. I'll give you a tour of the Sky Splitter.
Yep, sounds good.
Looks like a lot of other visitors have also come to catch a glimpse of the Sky Splitter.
Apparently.
What's up, Mr. Jiaoqiu?
Yeah, what's up, Mr. Jojo?
No, it's nothing.
Do you see that airship in the distance? That's the Sky Splitter, the venue for the war dance ceremony.
Okay, I thought we'd actually visit that and not just like look at it.
It doesn't look all that impressive from this distance.
The Sky Splitter is actually a decommissioned Luofu military vessel. People aren't
What is
allowed on
Yunli
board
doing?
until the war dance officially commences. Tomorrow, when the bell rings and the ceremonial cannons roar, I'll be there representing the Cloud Knights of the Xianzhou Luofu, standing in the ring, ready to take on challengers from all over the cosmos.
Mainly Yunli.
Since I was a kid, I've been training in swordplay and the art of war under the general. Every day, I'd swing my sword 10,000 times, and then thrust it 10,000 times, repeating the process over and over. I understand that I'm not like other kids. I never envied the toys and freedom they all had. I never found sword practice boring or hard, even in the thick of battle. Facing down savage abominations, I never felt scared. Each day, I could feel myself getting stronger and stronger, and I racked up countless victories. It's the best feeling in the world. But then, I faced a really tough opponent. And just one slash shattered my confidence into 1,000 pieces.
Oh, you mean Jingnu?
True fear for the first time.
I saw the clip,
Maybe
I think.
that's what Mr. Jiaoqiu meant by life and death hinge on a singular moment. Every idea fades into nothingness. After that, I had to pick up the pieces and try to put myself back together. But no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't seem to find my old happy self again. I often ask myself, why do I wield my sword? If defeat is inevitable, why do I continue to fight? Is it to reclaim the joy of victory? To meet the general's expectations? Or to secure my honor among the Cloud Knights? While the general could teach me the art of swordplay, he couldn't teach me why I should keep on going. He said the reason must come from within myself. I've been struggling to find that reason.
I mean, yeah,
After
he's
talking
right
with
though.
you, Mr. Jiaoqiu, I think I already have that reason in mind. As a member of the Cloud Knights and the General's apprentice, I've had a weight on my shoulders. And I know there's still more to shoulder, but when I wield my sword, it feels like I'm letting go of everything. I love the feeling of giving it my all, facing any obstacle in front of me. Pressing forward. That's why I wield my sword.
That's a good answer then.
Oh, Yanqing. So young, yet so grown up. By the way, how old are you exactly?
Yeah, I wonder actually.
Age doesn't really matter. All sword masters will
Oh,
understand
come on.
how I feel.
I get it. Looks like all the kids on the Luofu live tough lives. So, how about you, Miss Yunli?
It's not polite to ask a girl her age, no matter which Xianzhou ship you're on.
I'm not asking.
They're really
your
not
age.
doing the whole
I'm
age
asking
thing,
if
huh?
you have a dream like Yanqing
With any characters.
You don't talk like a cook. You sound more like a TV host or something.
Need I repeat myself again? I'm a healer.
Well, I don't have a dream like Yanqing does. The only reason I'm participating in the Ringmaster's Challenge is because I made a promise to my grandfather that I'd win the precious sword he's contributed to the war dance.
Sounds like that mind of yours is just filled with swords.
I bet you've got nothing better on your mind. My father was a craftsman on the Xianzhou Juming. Because of his foolishness, many innocent people fell victim to the cursed swords he forged.
Yeah, we saw that in I believe it was the Myriad Celestia trailer where she like destroyed those swords. That gives that a whole different meaning.
Since I was a kid, it's been clear to me that not everyone deserves to have a weapon in their hands. Giving them a sword is no different than being cruel to the innocent. So, whenever I come across someone unworthy of a sword, I can't help but want to take it away from them. Given that Yanqing is the war dance ringmaster, I'm stepping up to challenge him. To ensure the precious sword doesn't fall into the hands of an unworthy master.
Hey, what do you mean by an unworthy master?
I see. It's not easy for kids on the Juming either. Well, it's better to have a reason for wielding a sword than to be lost and confused. I've saved countless Cloud Knights in my life, and there are plenty of exceptional warriors, just like the two of you.
Okay, why is he getting sentimental? What is he thinking about?
What happened, Mr. Zhao Cho?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, nothing. I was just reminded of some old friends and old tales. Judging from my professional perspective as a healer, both of you possess remarkable vitality. Your energies flow like raging fires and mighty gales. The upcoming fight will definitely be impressive. Well, we've seen the Sky Splitter and toured the Stargazer Navalia. I guess it's time to say goodbye for now.
What? You're leaving already? But you haven't asked me about my dreams. I've been working hard too, you know.
It's getting late, Miss March. Unlike you lot, I'm a grown-up bound by responsibilities and duties. The tasks entrusted to me by the General won't complete themselves. By the way, Yanqing, is it normal to have so many people wandering around in an automated area like the Stargazer Navalia?
Actually, this is a restricted area. But since you're all guests, I made an exception, so you could take a look around.
I understand. Well, I'll take my leave. I wish you both the best of luck in the ring tomorrow.
Seriously? I just spent so much time thinking about my dream that he didn't even ask me.
Now that we're done with our tour of the Sky Splitter, shall we continue with our training?
Why don't we take a day off?
What? You want to secretly practice swordplay by yourself? Dream on.
You know cramming before a fight never works out. For some reason, seeing the Sky Splitter has boosted my confidence. So, I've decided to conserve my strength for tomorrow. All right. I'll take you out of the Stargazer Navalia.
I see.
Just shut up, Red Fang. This is not a beast ship. I need some time to take care of things.
You willingly donned the skin of a lowly beast to join this mission, dedicating yourself to our glorious cause. And now you're telling me you can't handle it? Do you realize how many ships we need?
This sounds kind of fishy.
I'm doing my best, all right? It takes time to figure all this out. When the guns go off tomorrow, all eyes will be on it. That'll be our only chance.
Okay, they're definitely planning something.
How's that? Who's there?
Hmm.
Who are you guys?
An impromptu inspection. Why are there outsiders loitering in Stargazer Navalia? And a bunch of kids at that.
Hey, kids. Didn't your parents ever tell you to stay away from the Stargazer Navalia? I know it's an automated facility, but it doesn't mean you can just break in and do what you want.
I wouldn't talk to them like that.
First of all, I'm an adult. Second, I didn't just break in.
Yeah, we flew here on a star skiff. Like, whoosh!
Well, I'm not trying to tell you off, but this place is off limits to the public, you know?
Big sis, let's go. I want to play in Ever Hunt Planes.
Wait. I wonder if he caught on to something.
Planes? Yeah, sure. Big sis will take you there.
Shuha! You should have let me. Shh, the overhaul is done, and everything looks good. We should leave.
Probably a good idea.
Could you repeat what you just said, Yenching?
What did I say?
Big sis, let's go. I want to play in Ever Planes.
We should totally tease him with that.
Come on. Can't you read the room? Something is definitely off about the 3 people we just met.
Yeah, anyone could see that. I just wanted to hear you say it again. That pink-haired fox tried to say something. I'm pretty sure he sensed something fishy. Since he's not familiar with this place, he just dropped us a hint. But you didn't seem to be paying attention at all.
I knew that from the beginning.
Yeah, they didn't.
But Cloud Knight didn't recognize Master Yenching at all. That's really weird.
Yeah, exactly.
What? Is he famous on the Luofu or something? Not even the Cloud Knights on the Juming, who all know my glorious name, might recognize my face.
You have a point.
I mean, I guess, yeah, but still.
A member from the Skyfaring Commission and a craftsman. They're from various departments, and the reason for the overhaul seems legit. But one of them blurted out some weird language just now. Did you hear that? I have a feeling that if we secretly tail them, we'll definitely catch these guys in the act. Follow my lead, and be careful not to blow our cover.
Sure. We can do that.
We should have just killed those lowly beasts. Those little brats won't take up much space. There are boxes all over this place. Just dump them into one and no.
Yeah, casually talking about jumping children, killing children. Yep,
Slightest
nice.
slip-up could interfere with Lord Moktok's plans. So where are we heading next? To check the freight skiffs. We've got a lot of preparations to do. Also, don't forget to take those crates with you. Weapons, supplies. We've got to be well prepared. Otherwise, we're screwed.
So, are they smugglers? What exactly are they up to?
I have no clue, but they seem to be moving those crates. I've got an idea. We can hide inside the crates and follow them.
Okay, sure.
Ugh, so cramped in here.
I can hardly breathe.
Just hang in there.
I certainly can't shoot any ridiculous.
Let's just put the cargo here for now, all right? Then we'll move on to inspect the ships. Lord Moktok said that as soon as we're done,
Lord
we're to board the
Moktok,
freight
huh?
skiff and leave this place.
Don't worry, I've changed the shipping schedule. You two, come with me.
Is it just me? I keep smelling that stench of lowly beasts everywhere we go.
Don't be so paranoid.
Looks like they're planning to escape on the skiffs in Stargazer Navalia. They keep talking about their plans, but where do they come from? And what do they want to do on the Xianzhou?
Good question.
They're definitely up to something bad. Wait, they disappeared. Let's catch up to them.
What are they up to? They're all wearing official uniforms, but I'm pretty sure they're not members of the Skyfaring Commission, the Artisanship Commission, or the Cloud Knights. This is way too suspicious.
Never mind who they are. Let's just film them. That way, if they do anything bad,
I mean,
we'll have solid evidence against them.
pretty good idea. Okay, there we go.
Look at this. A freight star skiff with enough room to fit at least 20 of my men. I'll let the others know and have them prepare more star skiffs. Once we're past the checkpoint, there will be beast ships waiting for us. Lord Moktok is ready. The revival of our ancient bloodline all hinges on this operation.
What did he just say? Beast ships?
Who's there?
Oh, they caught us, huh?
It's those brats! I told you to get rid of them, but you didn't listen, you idiot! Wipe them all out!
Yeah, here we go. Figured. Nice.
How is this possible? How did these Foxians change their appearances like that?
They're not Foxians at all. They revealed their true form. They're Borisin, just like the bandits I defeated on the IPC ship.
Wait, that means...
Well, how
Exactly.
did the Borisin manage to infiltrate the Xianzhou?
It's not just a simple disguise of wearing our clothing and shaving their whiskers.
No,
They're somehow
obviously
able to
not,
alter their
no.
appearance and be indistinguishable from Foxians. They even have official IDs for the Skyfaring Commission, the Artisanship Commission, and even the Cloud Knights? Let me check this fake Cloud Knights tag. Maybe it'll give us some clues. Lu Jun, an officer of the Patrol Defense Squad? Wait!
What's the matter?
I encountered a patrol officer named Lu Jun before. It was a few weeks ago when we were transporting the Borisin prisoners.
Yeah, yeah, I think that's the guy I said, like, he seems fishy. I mean, it was pretty obvious, but still, what a...
They can forge
You know?
official identities and move around the Xianzhou without raising suspicion. Oh no, this is bad.
Even worse. If you find one cockroach on the Express, it usually means...
There are more Borisin hiding on the Xianzhou. I bet their plan is much bigger than just stealing information.
They probably want to free that other, Borisin. The big one. I forgot his name, but...
We've got
yeah.
to report this to the Seat of Divine Foresight.
Oh, are we going to see the questioning? Yeah. Okay.
I am
Very
glad
good.
to finally meet you in person, guests from the Astral Express. I'm feixiao, the general of the Xianzhou Yaoqing.
Yeah, we were just talking about you, so welcome. I mean, you know, glad to finally meet you as
Let
my
me introduce
character.
our guest to you. The one dressed in green,
He's the reincarnation of Imbibiter Lune, and the person behind him is the newest member of the crew. I've heard a lot about you.
Sure you did.
Outside the reports from the Luofu, the Skyfaring Commission of the Yaoqing has also gathered plenty of information about both of you. I've been eager to meet you face to face for reasons that I'm sure General Jing Yuan has explained, right?
I don't know. I feel like I sort of know her voice actress from something. But I don't think it's confirmed who voices her yet, so I have no idea. Yep, we're here. And
That's right. But don't worry, this isn't a trial. I
Okay,
just want to
good.
have a chat with you and get a better understanding of the facts. According to General Jing Yuan's report, the Ruin Legion is to blame for the Ambrosial Arbor crisis, and all Arbiter Generals should pay attention to the Ruin Author's movements.
yeah, seems pretty reasonable.
Over the years, the Destruction's minions have wreaked havoc on countless worlds, and the Alliance has been keeping an eye on them. But no one expected them to join hands with the remnants of the Abundance.
Yeah, well, they did that.
The damage caused by the Ambrosial Arbor crisis was far less severe than expected, which is good news for us. However, it was quite different from the Ruin Legion's usual style of destroying life wherever they go.
Yeah, well, yeah, true.
While I trust the bravery of the Divine Foresight and the Nameless, I'm curious about some details missing from the report. I'd like to take this chance to have an exchange with both of you. Let me be clear, the questions I'll ask might not reflect my actual thoughts, so please don't take offense if any of my questions seem a bit harsh.
Okay, sure.
Please go ahead, General. But keep in mind, we can only answer based on what we know. And perhaps you already have the answers to your questions in your heart.
You have a clever tongue. I like it.
Oh, we're actually
Merlin's
negotiating?
claw is quite articulate. Right now, her
Merlin's
intentions
claw,
are
that's
unknown,
quite a title.
and Jing Yuan wants us to be honest. Maybe I'll just stick to the facts we know.
Okay, I mean, I'm
Let's cut
notoriously
to the
like...
chase. Before the crisis struck, the Astral Express was guided here by a Stellaron hunter, a wanted felon, in an attempt to resolve the Stellaron crisis.
Let's see how much I remember from last time. I mean... It's all, for me, it's only been like... a couple months, so... I should be good. But also... I mean, okay, the beginning of the Yangzhou Alliance thing, that is like over a year. But we'll see.
However, everyone in the cosmos knows of the Stellaron hunter's reputation. So, why did you place so much trust in them? Could it be that some of you have a connection with them?
Yeah, like Kafka reached out to us and was just like, I mean, okay, well,
Apart
kinda.
from Luofu, there are many other worlds suffering from Stellaron corrosion. For example, Eurillo 6, the world that the Express stopped at before reaching the Luofu, was one of them.
To the Express, Stellarons act as roadblocks on the Silver Rail and pose risks
Well,
to the
that's
warping
down home, yeah,
process. And that's why dealing with Stellaron issues is part of the duty of the Nameless.
Ah, I've heard about those problems caused by Stellarons. The Express connects various worlds, so it makes sense for you to take care of this. The cosmos is a mess, and the Trailblazers are just doing their best to fix it. I understand. Let's move on to the next question.
Okay.
The reports suggest that Don Shu, the master of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus,
yeah.
colluded with the Lord Ravager and used the power of the Stellaron to resurrect the Ambrosial Arbor.
That was the lady that turned into like the monster. Well, I guess I could call it a monster. Like, yeah, I think I
But
remember
here's
her.
the thing. Dawn Shu was just a chief alchemist. Even if she colluded with our enemies and summoned the Stellaron, how did she manage to bypass the Videodora guards around the Ambrosial Arbor?
I don't know. Also, this isn't an answer to her question. How did you manage to get to bypass the guards? Well, I met her. Good for you, buddy. Yeah, like, I really don't know how she did that.
I don't believe we are in a position to answer this question.
Yeah,
We Nameless
okay.
came here to resolve the Stellaron crisis, and we cannot be expected to know the details of Don Shu's conspiracy.
You make a valid point. That's how innocent people should react. Let's skip this question for now. According to the report, Lord Ravager Fantilia is the mastermind behind the entire conspiracy. She disguised herself as an ambassador of the Skyfaring Commission and traveled with you, only to vanish without a trace later on. It seems too convenient to label her as a scapegoat.
Well, okay. I mean, well, that would be the truth. So I guess.
I was there.
Okay.
Fighting Fantilia alongside General Jing Yuan, but
Hey.
she absorbed the power of the Ambrosial Arbor and gained an almost indestructible physical form. Perhaps that was her intention all along.
So, a pawn of the destruction wanted a flesh and blood body to live in. Interesting. That's quite a new perspective.
Wait, do the emanators of destruction not have physical bodies? Hey, we won. That went well, way better than the first
It seems that your answers
one.
have addressed all my questions. Generals, I am finished with my questioning.
Nice.
So, what do you think, General Feixiao? Have the doubts in the report been cleared up?
What happens if you lose this? Like, do you just try again, or?
The two Nameless have been honest in their answers. Even though there are some tricky details, my intuition tells me there is nothing wrong. However, the 3 questions I posed earlier were not just for the Nameless, but for you too, General Jing Yuan.
Okay.
First, the disciples of Sanctus Medicus grew uninterrupted on the Luofu, yet the 6 charioteers were not aware of it. That was a dereliction of duty. Second,
Okay.
you believed in the Stellaron Hunter's prophecy and entrusted outsiders to solve the crisis, even granting them access to the Plague Mark. That was a dereliction of responsibility. Third, you insist on holding the war dance right after the Ambrosial Arbor crisis, putting the Luofu back in the spotlight. That is a dereliction of wisdom.
Merlin's Claw. Is this your line of thinking? Or the 10 Lords?
From the moment I walked in, I made it clear that the questions I'd ask might not reflect my actual thoughts.
The disciples of Sanctus Medicus were deeply rooted and had been plotting for a long time. I admit it was my negligence for not noticing it earlier. As for the Stellaron Hunter's prophecy, I didn't believe all of it, but in the end, the Luofu did survive the Ambrosial Arbor crisis. So, I think it's safe to say that Elio's prophecy about the future holds some merit. And as for the war dance, do you think I'm unaware of the risks? However, risks can also be opportunities. The Luofu has lain low for too long. I believe it's time to stir up the dregs hidden in the depths and wash them away once and for all.
Just as I expected from our sophisticated divine foresight. You have a way with words. I like it. But, unfortunately, ever since the report was submitted, the Alliance has been filled with rumors and speculation. Even within the Luofu, there are people accusing you of neglecting your duties, resulting in the Ambrosial Arbor's resurrection.
So what are your thoughts on all of this, General Feixiao?
As a fellow Arbiter General, I fully understand the difficulties of this position. Personally, I think all these rumors are meaningless drivel. Across the sea of stars, the divine foresight knows better than anyone else what happened on the Luofu and the meaning behind it. Just as what happened on the Xianzhou Yaoqing recently.
Ooh. So what happened there?
You mean the Xianzhou Yaoqing is also...
The scouts of the Verdant Knights have sent back reports that Borisin are making trouble
I see.
again. The Borisin packs that were once divided and scattered have started swallowing each other up, forming larger and larger packs. Moreover, there's an entity named Mongoose behind it all.
Mongoose. I can make so many jokes about that right now, but I am gonna refrain from making them.
An entity?
According to the report, this entity isn't actually a Borisin. It's a woman claiming to be the messenger of the Master of Immortality. She's described as having 12 faces
Messenger
and 12
of
pairs of
Immortality, huh?
fangs, as cruel as poison and as elusive as quicksand. The Borisin believe she'll give them a chance to rise again.
Ooh.
That's Ventilia.
Oh, okay. So we're getting a rematch with her then at some point, right?
That's right. You're lucky that I'm the one who came this time. If it were the Patina Justice or the Seer Strategist, this conversation might not be so friendly. I've always had faith in my instincts, so I don't doubt your good
I want to meet
intentions.
those guys as well.
But the Alliance has its fair share of questions and doubts about the Luofu. So, my plan is to come up with an acceptable answer to satisfy the Alliance.
What's in this plan, General Feixiao?
General Jing Yuan, you already know what has to be done. But since you don't want to be the bad guy, I'll take care of it for you. You need the final word from the Ten Lords Commission to quell any doubts. And for that, I'll have to ask the two Nameless to visit the Shackling prison.
Ooh, we're gonna meet the I forgot his name, but the other big Borisin guy.
No, I'm not imprisoning you. While you're there, I'll ask a judge in the Ten Lords Commission's Interrogation Division to record a detailed testimony with the karmic mirror from both of you. We'll fill in the gaps that weren't covered in the report and silence any protests within the Alliance.
I'm okay with that.
Your willingness to help is truly heartwarming, youngsters.
Then, as the Merlin's Claw requests...
Oh, there's one more thing. This testimony is for silencing the voices of opposition within the Alliance. But I would like to urge General Jing Yuan to listen to the pleas of the Foxians on the Xianzhou Yaoqing.
So, you are here for Hule.
Exactly. Hule is locked up in the
that's his name.
Luofu's Shackling prison. Since he is the broodlord of the Borisin, I want to transfer him onto the Xianzhou Yaoqing and imprison him there. The recent movements of the Borisin suggest they're planning something big, so we must act preemptively.
It makes sense to have the Foxians keep an eye on their arch-nemesis. Since you trust my judgment, I'll repay that trust. What do you think about all this, General Huayan?
I was worried this would turn into a heated argument, but it seems like both of you are on the same page, solving each other's problems.
Yeah, seems pretty good.
Couldn't have asked for a better outcome.
Also, they he is more of a red theme and she is more of a blue theme. I mean, okay, mainly they both have like sort of a white theme. Like he is more black, and then all I'm saying, like they're both generals. They could be, you know. They don't really give that vibe though, but would be
And
kind
as
of
for
cool.
Hule, I'll send my lieutenants Jiao Cho and Moza to check on his condition in prison and ready him for transport. If there are no more questions, shall we get this started?
I'm assuming this will be one of those. Okay, I didn't mean to talk to you.
Do
but-
you actually believe in the Stellaron
Oh,
Hunter's
yeah,
prophecy?
I'll do it. I don't know. I think it's true to like a good amount. Like, well, yeah. No, I really don't
the Xianzhou's
know.
matrix of prescience
Anyway,
can also
actually-
predict the future. Do you believe in its prophecies?
I understand. You're definitely a unique individual, just like Hua Yan said. I hope you'll walk alongside the Rainbow's path as a friend.
Sure.
You're definitely.
Okay,
I
come.
hope you'll walk.
Yeah, no. There we go.
I'm really sorry about all this. But the testimony in the Shackling prison won't take up much of your time. I'll call for a messenger to take you to the interrogation division. You just need to give your testimony, and then you can head back.
Okay,
So
that's
no need to worry.
that's good.
As you wish, General.
Looks familiar, huh?
As General Jing Yuan requested, everything is prepared for your arrival. I'm here to
Ah,
receive you. The judges at the interrogation division also know your purpose in coming.
so they opened the portal, huh? Well, here goes nothing.
The Shackling prison. I didn't expect to be back here.
Oh,
after all
right.
these
He was probably near us. Well, maybe not as Dong Hong, but like in his earlier life.
Dan Hong, don't worry about me.
I love that we like have more voice lines in 2.4. It feels like.
If you're ready, I'll open the gate for you. This is one of many entrances used for temporary access. Since you're not actual prisoners, it makes sense for you to use this entrance. Please come on in, dear guests.
At least I hope we're not. Why would you put... Okay, let me... Why would you put spikes on the door like that? Also, they don't actually go inside anything here, so like... It would just crush them if you close it completely. But I mean, it looks pretty threatening. I'll give them that. I'm just not sure how much of a construction-wise, how much sense it makes, but eh. Hey, there they are.
What are you looking at?
Probably
The Shackling
us.
prison on the Luofu is completely different from the one on the Yaoqing. It's completely underwater.
Whether it's in the clouds or underwater, breaking free would still be a piece of cake for me.
Okay, yeah, it's Lloyd. God damn.
Still thinking about your old jailbreak tricks, huh? Forget it. You're free now. Just don't do anything stupid, or the judges will throw you back in there and lock you up for a few hundred years.
You'll see me again in just a few days.
Okay, he's pretty confident though.
Taking Hule back to the Yaoqing means a lot to the Foxians on the ship, and to the General herself. So stay alert.
Guests, my name is Shui Yi, and I'm here on orders from the
Hey, oh,
Incarceration
well,
Division
you,
of the
right.
Ten Lords Commission.
We're Jiao Cho and Moza. General Feixiao sent us to extradite the Borisin criminal Hule to the Yaoqing. We're here to inspect the conditions of his imprisonment and make preparations for the handover and transportation.
Okay.
I assume you've been briefed, Your Honor.
Your visit request has been approved. I'll be your guide for this trip. Prisoner Hule, the warhead and brood lord of the Borisin Abominations of Abundance, and the arch nemesis of the Foxians, is responsible for 2,123 wars of aggression and countless associated crimes.
2,000, okay. Or over 2,000.
Due to his heinous acts, he has been imprisoned in the depths of the Shackling prison and subjected to the punishment of the Forest of Swords until the end of time. He shall never be pardoned.
No
good.
need to repeat his crimes and sentence, Your Honor. He is the greatest enemy of us Foxians. The stories of his atrocities are used to terrify our children. I'm well aware of every crime he's committed. Let's move on to the next step.
For some reason, I still don't trust this guy. Maybe, like, okay, the main reason though being his, like, smile and his closed eyes. Every, like, sort of anime character that has, like, closed eyes like that and smiles faintly, like, they always betray you, man. I don't know. He just got that vibe around him, or about him.
When it comes to visiting criminals, there are rules in place to ensure your safety. I know you've heard legends about Hule since you were children, but your knowledge about him is likely very limited. Only the judges of the Ten Lords Commission truly know what kind of abomination is locked up at the bottom of the Shackling prison. It has been centuries since Jing Liu, the former sword champion of the Luofu, captured Hule.
Wait,
And during all those years, we never provided him with any food. Yet he somehow managed to stay alive. It defies all the documented physical characteristics of the Borisin.
So interesting that Jing Liu captured him. I didn't know that. Maybe I forgot. I think it was, like, mentioned somewhere. Maybe.
The Forest of Swords, forged by the Punishment Division, is a device of intense torment, used to execute sinful abominations. Most Borisin die within 3 days in the forest, but Hule is different. Every time the blades pierce him, his body instantly heals.
Oh, that's great.
Brutal punishment. He somehow manages to survive. The complex rules are there because of his abnormal characteristics. Do you understand now?
I apologize for any offense caused. Please continue, Your Honor.
Oh, he's not smiling anymore, huh?
I've given you the instructions regarding Hule's visitation. Please make sure you read them carefully.
Do not mention Jing Liu when conversing with this prisoner. Who?
And please, take this pellet before proceeding.
No, I'm not taking random medicine.
Come on, man.
Then you won't be allowed to visit Hule.
Just swallow it already. Hule is like all Borisin. He can release a pheromone called lupatoxin that induces fear. Thousands of years ago, we Foxians were enslaved by the Borisin. Not because we were naturally weaker, but because of their lupatoxin. This pill is for our own mental well-being.
I understand.
I knew you were a reasonable person. Now that we've taken the medicine, let's proceed.
Oh.
Your Honor.
What is he sniffing?
What is it?
No. Never mind.
Oh.
Maybe I'm just imagining things.
Was one of those
Let's keep
guards Borison? Pretty sure.
Here we are.
We'll see.
Her Honor hasn't arrived yet. Please wait a moment.
Okay. Take a walk around. Uh-huh. Yep, that seems pretty secure. $3,000, $30,000, $300,000. I mean,
Welcome, dear guest.
hey, welcome, Hanya.
Judge Hanya of the Interrogation Division. We've met before.
Yep.
Glad to meet you again. Please allow me to express my gratitude to you again for subduing the demons in the Fixtral Garden.
Looks like while March 7th
Yeah, no
and I
problem.
were clueless, you already made many friends on the Xianzhou.
I mean, to be fair, I haven't finished that quest yet, like completely. At least not the side mission part, but I guess I took care of the big one.
Even though you
So,
and I
yeah.
have met before, we can't show any favoritism under the Ten Lords. So, please do as I command as we head to Scrivener Hall and beyond. Don't do anything without my permission.
Okay,
This
no,
is
I
not
won't.
a place for ordinary mortals. You and Mr. Danhung, please come with me.
Please lead the way, Your Honor.
Would call us
Please
ordinary,
let me
so.
activate the mechanism before we all move forward. And please, watch your steps.
Okay, wait, is he in here? That
These
seems like a
crates,
getting the
they look
probably
oddly
not a-
familiar.
A few days ago, the Spiritfarers received reports about an IPC transport ship that was attacked by Borison.
Oh, are those the crates from
Then,
those?
A bunch of those abominations were dumped into this place.
Mm-hmm.
I had a feeling there would be trouble during the war dance. But throwing both the pirates and the cargo in jail? That's a new one. I heard the Intelligentsia Guild crafted something dangerous. We have many records in the Hall of Karma about these wise ones. They love to tinker with forbidden technologies, always trying to push the limits of ingenia. I caught a glimpse of the mechs in those crates, and they bear a striking resemblance to Borison. I wonder what they're planning this time. Well, business first. Let's keep moving.
I'm not sure if the IPC actually has anything to do with this. It would surprise me. Okay, well, not really, but this doesn't seem like their type of stuff they just do randomly. Oh, cutscene.
Strange. I don't remember checking the containment facilities a second time.
Oh. Oh god. Oh.
Emergency! All wardens prepare for action! Emergency! All wardens prepare for action!
Are those like mech werewolves?
What's happening here? Why are these things moving on their own?
That's a
Something is wrong.
good question.
Guards aren't responding.
Friend?
Wait, Firefly got another turn? Okay. Well,
But how is this even possible? The Spiritfarers follow the protocols, cutting off power to the mechs and sealing the crates. How could these mechs still start moving?
It's just like what happened in the Artisanship Commission before. These goods went haywire and attacked everyone in sight.
Yeah, I was thinking
the Alchemy
that
Commission
as
members
well.
examined them and found some unusual structures within.
Some biological stuff.
These things showing up in the shackling prison can only mean one thing.
A prison break.
Mm-hmm. I wonder who they're gonna break out.
And whoever delivered these goods clearly wanted them to go through the Xianzhou's strict inspection process to show the Skyfaring Commission and Cloud Knights how dangerous they were.
The well thought out
They
plan.
wanted these mechs to end up right here in the shackling prison.
If these things already started taking action while nobody was paying attention, then the whole prison is in trouble, I'm afraid. And to make things worse, another group of visitors just entered the depths of the shackling prison. The messengers from the Xianzhou Yaoqing and the prisoner they came to visit might be the target whom these wolf-shaped mechs were delivered here for. If that vicious beast manages to break free,
Yeah, that
it
would
will
be
be
bad.
a catastrophe for the Xianzhou Luofu.
Hey, we're actually playing as him. Wait, do we actually get to use him as well?
Here we are.
Probably, right?
Have we arrived already, Your Honor?
Yokwee.
Shouldn't there be a cage here?
The most notorious felons
Okay,
are locked
okay, I
away
kinda
in
wanna-
solitary delves deep down in the prison. Those delves
Totally
can't be
didn't
opened without
pull-
proper authorization. The blue bird paves the path, and the Stygian lanterns illuminate it. Help me light up these lanterns, and the way to the bottom of the shackling prison will reveal itself.
Okay, yeah. Got you. She probably explained it, but like, why didn't she do that? Ooh. Okay, there we go. Yeah, sort of.
The path is open.
True.
Once we descend to the bottom of the prison, please do not do anything reckless.
Nah, he'd never. Surely. Actually, I don't know him. He might not, but his friend might.
Inside the delve behind this door is the greatest enemy of the Foxians, Hule.
And maybe there's actually some relevance behind that, but. Also, I do not want to be the guy who who had to put all the chains everywhere. That seems annoying as hell to do.
According to custom, envoys from the Yaoqing visit the Xianzhou Luofu once every century to check on this abomination's imprisonment and condition. Even though the Ten Lords Commission sentenced Hule to the Forest of Swords, suffering every day for the rest of his life, I understand that the Yaoqing messengers want to see him dead.
Well, you also said that he heals from like every wound immediately. So that makes killing him, I guess, a bit difficult.
Unfortunately, for the past 7 centuries, they've had to
Yep,
return
okay,
disappointed.
well.
Because this beast simply can't be killed.
If we can use his toxin to create medicine and save an innocent life, it might help balance out some of the sins he's committed.
Mm-hmm.
Could you be the key to a cure for the General? Hule.
Ooh, that would be something, huh? We'd need to get them out of there first, though. Or like the toxin.
And once again, the envoys of the Yaoqing will leave disappointed. However, I won't say the same for me and my brothers.
Who's there?
What? Good question.
I'm just a humble counselor of the Rhino Hound Pack.
Rhino Hound Pack.
Call me Mock Talk.
We know that guy from the beginning, huh?
Intruders on the lowest level. Send reinforcements.
Nobody will hear you here. At the bottom of the shackling prison. Thank you for opening up the prison for us, Your Honor. We'll take it from here.
No wonder I kept smelling that familiar stench. So it wasn't just my imagination. Do your thing, Morsa.
Okay, here we go.
Mustn't let these abominations get any closer. Detestable things. There are too many of them.
Once we were inside the shackling prison, we found soldiers of failing governments everywhere.
Like, not.
Guard the gate.
Let me watch this. Oh. Oh, here we go. I want to see him do something. He seems cool. Well, I guess we suck. Or rather, the odds were too overwhelming. Okay, don't do anything stupid. You're not beating that thing. Okay, that is pretty cool. Oh, okay, here we go. That's some enemy shit right there. Unfortunately, you're not EMC. Okay, don't kill her, please.
It's been a long time, boy. Welcome back.
Wait. Wait, what? No, stop fucking talking, my dude.
Duran's whelp. Tell me your name.
Did he just kill her?
Oh, great.
Like, it sounded like he just broke her neck.
Foxians and the hunter of all beings. I'm Mock, a humble counselor of the Rhino Hound Pack. I am only one insignificant heir spawned from your bloodline.
Yeah, you really, like, you look insignificant.
At least 7 centuries since you led our pack through the hunting grounds of the stars. I'm thrilled to see that you are as cunning and skillful as ever.
7 centuries. 7 centuries have passed. But why have Duran's whelps grown to look like this? Tell me, Moktok, why have you grown to assemble our most despicable slaves and enemies, the Foxians?
Oh god, he's pissed. Yeah, right. See, I had something like that in my head. But I was thinking, I was like... So I thought like, wait, it wasn't there a deal that she has like a... something up with her body? But then I was like, nah, I'm mixing it up with Herder, so... surely not. But I guess Herder's more of a puppet, but still. Or at least the body that we know of.
I've been commanded to release you from this cursed prison. It is Senjaya's will. That's why I had to take a magic pill, don the skin of a lowly beast, and play along with their hypocrisy.
Since you have an escape plan, tell me, what's our next move to get off of this ridiculously large ship?
My brothers and I will lock down this prison, trapping the prison guards inside. This will buy us some time. The rest of my crew, who are undercover like me, will secure the vessels for our escape. According to the plan, we only have a tight 2-hour window to get out of here. Originally, I intended to carry out the plan tomorrow, but they're planning to transfer you to the Xianzhou Yaoqing now. So I seized this opportunity to set you free.
What a reckless plan, you idiot! Even if we manage to get the ships, our chances of escaping are slimmer than a Foxian slipping through my claws!
Okay, I guess he's not as stupid as I might have thought, but...
We have no other choice. The angel serving under the Master of Immortality sent me with a message. Only your return will end the prolonged divisions among the Borisin. Every one of my crew is ready to lay down their lives if it means setting you free.
Oops.
A sneaky weakling like you is actually showing some reckless bravery with this plan. Fine. You'll get what you want. And all of Duran's whelps will too.
Well then, my lord. We should leave now.
Yeah, I mean, I can't blame you. I forget like half the stuff as well.
Give me one
more
of
like
those magic pills.
80%.
My lord, will you seriously
So-
want to don the skin of a lowly beast? That would be a disgrace to your greatness, my lord.
You idiot. Greatness means nothing without freedom. Once I get out, I'll need a disguise that won't raise any suspicion.
Also, can we get Jingliu here, by the way? You know, like, I feel like she'd have a pretty good chance against him,
As you wish, my lord.
given that she beat him before.
Is that Foxian slave my meal?
No.
Nah, please
he's an
not.
envoy from the Xianzhou Yaoqing. I plead you to endure him a bit, my lord, as he's more valuable as a hostage.
I see.
Take him, guys. Time to move out.
Technically, all of these abominate. Yeah, I mean, true. Okay.
Madam Hanya, the wardens in all areas are regrouping. Those ingenium enemies are wandering around and causing heavy casualties.
It's weird seeing this woman, not like being an enemy. Without like walking around in story, like I've only ever seen those guys in like farming follow-up relics or something. I'm not even sure if it was follow-up, but they're definitely like some enemy in relic farming.
And to make things worse, those iron wolves broke open the cages and let the criminals out. We've called for backup, but it seems like all communication is jammed.
They let the
Let's
criminal
preserve
out.
our strength and first take down the isolated prisoners. By decree of the 10 lords, all prison breakers and intruders shall be apprehended, dead or alive.
Just a short time
It's a
ago,
companion
another
quest or
key
something.
mechanism was activated. It was probably Madame Shui and the Yaoqing messengers heading to the bottom of the prison. Given the situation, I'm afraid that area is exactly where our enemies are targeting.
We mustn't let that vile beast escape from its cage.
We've
Well,
gathered all the prison guards who can still fight, and we'll split up and secure each floor.
Go!
not sure how well that will work out.
Intruders are quite bold. They must have been planning this for quite a while.
Yeah, you want to bust out your dragon form now, buddy? Like, we're dealing with an actual prison break?
Indeed, but Borisin tend to favor direct and aggressive approaches. Crafting careful and precise plans like this is simply not their style.
Yeah, there's definitely someone
Let's
behind
focus
this.
on the current situation right now. Please help me.
Sure.
What's the fastest way to the bottom of this prison, Miss Hanya? If we don't get there quickly, we'll soon be outnumbered by all the enemies inside.
We'll have to bend the rules. Please, follow me. By decree of the 10 Lords, all prison breakers and intruders shall be apprehended, dead or alive.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, don't freak out too much when you see your dead sister, or like, at least heavily damaged sister.
The gate to the prison delve is wide open. Hulei has managed to break free.
Mm-hmm.
Where are the Yaoqing messengers? And where's my sister? Are they still alive?
Let's look around.
I mean,
maybe we'll find some clues.
Oh, well, there she is.
Xue is here.
Yeah, she isn't really looking too good. Well, they really did like the whole clothes thing as well, huh?
Miss Xue bravely sacrificed herself. My condolences, Miss Hanya.
Wait, is she actually dead?
Condolences. Well, that's unnecessary.
Okay, so maybe,
You
okay.
misunderstand. Thanks to the 10 Lords' blessing, my sister turned into an Ingenium centuries ago. Dying and returning as just a soul to the Hall of Karma's document office has become a routine for her.
Yeah, okay, I see.
While I'm not keen on seeing her throw away her body like it's some replaceable part, but... By the way, have you seen bodies that might be the Yaoqing messengers? One of them is a Foxian wearing exquisite clothes, and the other wears a dark cloak, like a
fugitive. Oh yeah, where's he? Where's he?
No.
They didn't take him prisoner.
I haven't found any Foxian bodies. Only Borisan ones.
So, the intruders and Hulei are holding the Yaoqing messengers hostage. This is the worst situation. With hostages in their grasp, the prison guards can't do anything about the prisoners. If anything happens to the messengers, the relationship between the Yaoqing and the Luofu could be irreversibly damaged.
Oh yeah, right. Yep. That isn't...
We must rescue the messengers, get out of here, and spread the news. We mustn't give up as long as there's a glimmer of hope.
Don't worry, they won't kill him yet. He hasn't been released yet, and they wouldn't kill the character if you... you know... before you can pull for them. Wait, okay, I mean that was sort of creepy, but...
It's my sister. Looks like her soul hasn't returned to the Hall of Karma yet. At such a critical moment, her death can give us information that we can turn into an advantage. The invisible intruders?
Yeah, found them. Okay. That's kind of his vibe.
The prison management on the Luofu is truly concerning.
I think you said that before. Exactly.
So what if I repeat it? It's the truth after all. The prison management on the Luofu is truly concerning.
You want to say it a fourth time, maybe.
At least 2 different groups of intruders infiltrated here. The wolf cubs and these Mara-struck soldiers. Their hiding technique It's pretty similar to the wind mantle technique used by the Vidyadhara serving Kailorum Venti on the Yaoqing. What do you think?
Yeah, well, I guess Dong Hong would sort of know about that, maybe? I don't know. How much information they share between their techniques.
Well, never mind if you don't have any clues. Now is not the time to exchange assassination techniques.
Yeah, probably not.
I'm Waza. My friend fell into the clutches of that wolf. I was planning to escape and report back as quickly as possible.
Okay, but
now it seems.
I appreciate Hoyo giving us the like sort of context and who he's talking about here, but I feel like that was pretty obvious.
The prison on the Luofu is a real maze, I must admit.
Thank you for your help, Mr. Moza. We'll do our best to ensure your friend's safety.
No, you can do nothing for him now. And you shouldn't be focusing on his safety at the moment.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll be fine, right? But...
Your friend is in Hulei's clutches and you're just going to leave him behind?
Look, I'm the Yaoqing General's guard, not his. I've seen how that giant wolf fights, and there's no way. Trying to save my friend will only get us killed.
Yeah, makes sense, I guess. Dong Hong, you might want to bust out your dragon form now, you know, like... Maybe then we'll be able to do anything.
But I won't throw my life away for a lost cause. Listen up. I've been tracking these fugitives, and I know their next move. They're planning to seal off the entire prison to keep the outside world in the dark. The worst case scenario, we are all killed by that giant wolf, and the shackling prison is sealed off. No one will know about us or about their escape until it's too late.
Okay.
And the best case scenario... No, we won't be able to. We're one step behind them.
Unfortunate.
The best case scenario would be we seal the gates and trap the enemy inside with us. We can't let that monstrous wolf escape. Hopefully, someone will eventually notice that something is off and come to help. As for whether we'll still be alive by then, it's not something we should think about.
You sure have a way of comforting people, Mr. Mortson.
As a person of the Yaoqing, I've always searched for something meaningful to give my life to.
I have to make it out alive. My companions are waiting for me.
As a netherworld dweller, I've already died once.
Okay. But yeah, I
Don't worry.
Agree.
Even if we end up dying here,
let us not die here.
I won't let it happen to you first.
Ooh, okay. Thanks, Dong Hong. If you're serious about it, you might want to actually use your other powers.
Well, you're just as good at comforting people as Mr. Moza. None of you are part of the Ten Lords Commission, so sacrificing yourselves isn't the right move. As a judge, it's my responsibility to guard this prison, and if someone should step up to stop Hulei from escaping, it should be me, not you. Once we reach the gate, I hope you'll help me seal it. After that, I'll do everything I can to fight the Borisin. And you find a safe place to hide and wait for reinforcements. Now, let's proceed upward.
Let's go. But he was just like, yeah, I'm not taking one more step. They don't get paid enough for that.
This brings back such familiar memories. Memories of chasing, gnawing, and tearing. Oh, they're back. They're back. They've all come back.
Great, I guess, for you.
Away from freedom. As we pass through the gate, no one will be able to stop us.
So this hostage is useless now. Kill him, Moktok.
He's getting away. Do something, Jiao. It's just like the old days, you useless loser. Just do something.
Oh, okay, yeah. Let's see it.
This Yaoqing messenger can strike a deal in exchange for his life. He can use his status to help us escape from the Xianzhou. What do you think, Mr. Jiaozhou?
Surely you can do that.
Oh, just look at you. Fallen so low during my absence. You're even negotiating with livestock. As far as I recall, no one from the Yaoqing would ever consider a deal with Duran's offspring.
I mean, he kind of has a point. So
I've got to make this beast stay here, whether it's for the sake of Feixiao or the Yaoqing. Deal. I certainly have more value alive.
okay.
My identity, my knowledge of the Xianzhou, and my understanding of many things that your minions have no knowledge of. They'll all be valuable.
Leave him alive, okay? You don't want to pull for him.
Beast.
Probably.
Muster up that pitiful tongue of yours and plead for what remains of your life. Speak.
I'm afraid you're unaware. The woman who defeated you, Jing Liu, she has recently returned to the Luofu.
I mean, good gamble there, buddy, but I don't think she, like... I don't... That's probably gonna piss him off if you, like... Wasn't one of the things you're not supposed to do is, like, even say your name?
Your opportunity for revenge is right in front of you.
I mean, I guess if you put it that way, but...
My lord, this slave is talking nonsense. I've never heard anything about this. May I just kill him now?
Silence, Moktok. And you, slave. From now
Okay.
you'll stay
It worked
by
out.
my side. You'll only speak and move when I allow you to. Otherwise, I'll dismember you from head to tail, inch by inch. Got it?
But my lord...
We must stay here for some time, Moktok. Fear not. Because once I step out of the prison, it's the people of the Xianzhou who should tremble in fear. Oh, now, Duran's ropes. Follow me.
Well, he definitely wasn't my weekly boss. But... Oh, cutscene, okay. Oh, here we go. I still don't understand how the gate works in terms of the spikes. Like, where do they actually go? So let's go, Donghong.
Report! After we lost contact with the shackling prison, we received a message from a cycrane.
He might have, like, maybe he should have just used his dragon powers instead of just throwing a spear that would have done arguably nothing. But okay.
The prisoners have revolted, and the criminal Hule is nowhere to be found.
Well, yeah, that's
What
bad.
about the Yaoqing messengers and the Nameless?
No news at the moment. We're trying to restore contact with the shackling prison as soon as possible.
I see. You're dismissed.
I want to see her fight.
General Jing
Hule.
Yuan, General Hua Yan. It's just as we suspected. The rise of the Ambrosial Arbor was not the end of things, but the beginning.
Okay, I take that back. I want to see her and Jingyon fight Hule together.
The hand of the Ruined Legion has already sown the seeds of destruction. From this moment on, the Xianzhou Alliance will face an even greater challenge. from both the abominations of abundance and the destruction itself. If this is what they want, I'm always up for a challenge. As the Marshal's special envoy, I'll dispatch the Luofu Cloud Knights to pursue Hulei myself.
Looks like the hidden dregs have finally come to the surface. And as I said before, it's time to wash them away, once and for all.
Every time he speaks, I remember how much I like his voice. Like, it's so... It's kind of fitting for like a general. It's very commanding, I guess. Okay, so we actually... Somebody got us out, huh? I see. Okay. Oh, are we done?
Let me stay here a little longer.
Was that 2.4? Oh, come on. So, there we go. I might have also forgot to record an outro, so here we go. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. I really enjoyed the 2.4 story. It was definitely not as, or at least not, the story arc as of yet isn't as, in my opinion, as epic and just as like grand and big as Penacony was. But that's okay. We need like a little bit of a more condensed, more smaller in scale story every once in a while. So I liked it. I'll look forward to 2.5 and to continuing this story. If you enjoyed the video, I would appreciate if you give it a like.
Nice.
And comment your favorite story moment, or your favorite character so far from the new ones we've seen. And yeah, if you want to see more gacha content, I would appreciate if you want to see more HSR content and also some Wuthering Waves content.
Nice.
I would appreciate if you subscribe to the channel. And yeah, see you guys next time.